Welcome to Flagrant 2, no easy buckets, water cooler commentary for your sports needs, analysis by assholes. I'm Akaash Singh. Andrew Schulz is doing major things in Australia, selling out theaters. He took Alex with him to tape shows and fuck white women. So
and koalas and shit.
And koalas.
You saw that picture of them together?
A koala's the white woman of the wild, I think.
Why is that? Do they complain a lot?
I don't know. I just don't trust them. I think they act like they're cute and cuddly, and then deep down they're devil killers, and that's why they're like white
women. They know
women.
exactly what the fuck to do.
You know whose voice that is, guys.
What's going on, motherfuckers?
Finally, for a full episode. Real life Kaz, Kazim, Famayide.
I'm sorry, I had to get that Puma check last week. It was nice.
Yo, you be getting other checks on our dime. Ain't that some shit?
What you mean? Oh, first off.
What you mean? What you mean?
First off,
what you mean? What you mean?
I gave y'all a month in advance. I'm like, yo, I got this Puma thing.
How you give it a month in advance? You wasn't there for 3 weeks for valid reasons. Valid reasons.
This is true.
But don't act like you were there and then while you were gone, came here to give us notice and then left.
I hit y'all in the group chat. I'm like, yo, I got this Puma thing. Can we move the day? It's like, nah, we can't move. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to leave because this is a nice check I got to get real quick. But anyway, what's up, motherfuckers?
Yo, Kaz.
It's the first episode of Flagrant 2 with no white people in it.
I know. Kaz is very excited about this. This is the third time he's mentioned there's no white people.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest, I bet there's zero difference in Kaz with white people and without white people.
Oh, you think so?
Because he already told me his flagrant thought, and I don't like it.
Why not?
Because he says about Daniel Jones, and I don't want a sports flagrant thought from you.
But it is.
I don't have one, so I'm not really in a position to judge. I want a fucking black ass Kaz flagrant thought. No white people in the room. I have 4 black roommates. I know how y'all be talking when white people aren't around. It's a different thing. You be planning revolution subtly.
That's how the Underground Railroad happened, motherfucker.
Underground Railroad.
When white people aren't around, it's like, shit, this is what we got to do, motherfucker. God damn it. Fuck it. Flagrant thought of the week. Well, it was my flagrant thought of the week until Akaash tried to.
Okay, just say it and then think of something bad about white people to say. Because, Kaz, you're very excited about this. And if you don't trash white people, you wasted an opportunity that you said was a beautiful thing.
Listen, first off, we got a good 2+ hours. I got plenty of time to make fun of white people and trash them. So I will do plenty of that until Andrew comes back and, you know, we're back to Hail Hitler.
Yeah.
Wow. So, we're back to Hail Cast.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Was that my flagrant thought of the week? No, anyway.
No, get it.
Nah, my flagrant thought of the week, shout out to Daniel Jones, New York Giants, balled out. As you guys remember, motherfucker got booed out the fucking building when he got drafted. Everybody said why he got picked so high and all this. Nobody said he couldn't play. People were just like, oh, he would have been available in the later rounds, and now everybody's sucking his dick or whatever. This is what you got to do if you're a New York athlete. You have to go full pro wrestler, professional heel, tell the New York fans to suck your dick as soon as you get drafted, so you automatically get booed. You got to make sure with Daniel Jones, as soon as he got drafted, everybody swore up and down this motherfucker sucked, right? Everybody swore he sucked.
Yeah.
So expectations were so low for him. If he came in and was just average, like Baker Mayfield average, like if he was fucking if he was just all right, motherfuckers be like, all right, we gotta go for it. But now that the expectations were so low and he clicked in preseason with second team players and didn't really get no first team reps, all this other bullshit, he's the king of New York right now. Everybody's on his dick, and now if you go in there with lowered expectations, telling people to suck your dick, get booed, initially go out there and get motherfuckers to not like you. It's the only way I've seen it work with New York athletes. Porzingis getting booed. Fucking, I'm scared for RJ Barrett because we cheered the fuck out of him when he got cheered.
Melo got cheered when he got traded. Melo got a whole ass video.
Dog.
And then did nothing.
That fucking.
You gotta boo. You gotta get booed. Maybe all Northeast Donovan McNabb got booed. Carson Wentz got cheered and he ain't shit. So,
Carson Wentz was all right for like a 9 games.
Yeah, he was hot.
And then he's shitty. But, I mean, I fuck with it. I mean, he took so much. He got booed at Yankee Stadium. He got booed throwing out the first pitch. He got booed at the fucking wall. Like, how you got booed at Wall Street? He was going to ring the fucking bell at the New York Sports Exchange. And motherfuckers like, oh, it shouldn't be. I'm like, you serious?
So funny, I didn't know that.
Not only should he tell people to suck his dick before he gets drafted, he should tell people to suck his dick right fucking now. Because nobody.
I would like to see an athlete that got booed and then went on to be good Be like, don't think I forgot.
Of
you
course.
booed me. You can't, though, because then there's going to continue to boo you. But I want a motherfucker to
Fuck
win a
'em.
Super Bowl, get on the podium with the MVP trophy, and be like, don't think I forgot you booed me.
Fuck them.
I didn't win this for you. I won this for me.
I did
don't
this
think
without.
I forgot you booed me. You don't deserve me.
Hell no.
I might stick around if you make me the highest paid quarterback.
You know
in
what
the
it
league.
is? Like Daniel Jones, he just looks like such a pussy in the face. Like he has like a doughy,
What,
a
does Eli
dolly.
look like a fucking gladiator?
That's what I'm saying.
talking about, bruh?
That's what I'm saying. And on top of that, I guess because he went to Duke and shit, and nobody gives a fuck about football players from Duke. And on top of that, you look like you're playing Eli Manning in an Eli Manning movie.
All right. Well, listen. He got a little dumb.
He looks real fucking goofy.
He looks a little opie-ish.
Yeah, like he doesn't have the suck my dick face. Like he doesn't look like somebody who would.
He has that suck my dick face. Look at him.
Nah, I mean,
Look how he's staring.
he looks fucking.
Guys, can I do my flagrant thought? Because I was because here some people be dying, right? And,
Oh, my God.
entertainers and
All right, before we continue, before we got on,
don't say who, just let it live. All right, let
not
it
gonna
live.
say it now?
No, we're not gonna say who.
Wow.
Because it's too close.
Why?
All right? But
You can't go home again?
Because it's not the idea. No, I go home. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Your home don't give a fuck, son. To be honest with you. Every time somebody dies,
Yeah.
everybody's, no matter who it is, right? The most B-list, scrub, forgotten motherfucker, everybody's like, oh, remembering so-and-so who just passed. And I want to know, before you remembered him today, when was the last time you remembered him? You done forgot about this motherfucker?
God damn it.
What? I'm saying. Everybody acts like I'm an asshole, but nobody can actively
Motherfucker
disprove
just
me.
died. Like he's not even in the ground yet.
It's a tragedy.
He's like, when's the last time he dropped 30?
That's what you said. When was the last time you thought of? It's a tragedy. That's all you gotta
Okay.
say. Yo, this is tragic. That dude died at a young age. That's
Yeah.
tragic.
Murdered.
But stop acting like
It is murder.
motherfuckers get murdered. Stop acting
Niggas get
like
shot every day, B. By the great Cameron Giles.
when it rains, N-words get wet. DMX. That
Wow.
applies somehow.
It didn't sound as hard when you
It
said
is,
that word.
yeah.
I can't do it. I can't
There's
make
no
it
white
sound
people
right.
here. You could have let it fly. I wouldn't let you go.
I don't ever. I don't
Nobody's
ever do
here.
it. I don't ever do it. That's a
Why not? Why
personal
don't you say the N-word? I've told you on multiple occasions, like, I wouldn't get mad if you said the N-word, but if you did, I'd just be like,
Here's what I don't. Here's what I want to make a bit about this. But
Okay.
like, I have every brown person says the N word like Indian brown people.
Yeah.
We're not hard. We're soft people.
Yes.
Right. Even everywhere globally, soft people.
yeah.
And they're always like, yeah, but my black friends let me say it, and I'm like, I don't. If you really want to get away with it, and like to me, don't say it. Don't. I want to hear a black stranger.
Yeah.
If you say it to black friends and it's cool, that's your friends. Say it to a black stranger, and if the stranger looks at you and is like, all right, hey man, you got that. That's
Listen,
the test.
here's my thing, right?
You ain't giving me an N-word pass for especially public.
Yeah, well, here's
Like,
the,
I'm gonna be like, Kaz said it's okay.
you can, though. You can.
I don't know you.
You know what you need? You need like a stamp. Like, like if you have like a stamp in your ID card before the whoa, wait.
You know what's crazy? If you could give
I got my
people,
card.
if you could give non-black people an N-word brand,
Yeah.
like brand them, we would sign up for that shit so fast, yo. The line will be hotter than any Jordan release
That shit-
ever. Any off-white, yo, the off-white branding
That
to
shit
say
would
the
look like a
N-word.
Supreme line, goddamn. It's like, yo, the new N-words come out this week. Make sure get that motherfucking stamp.
Limited release, only 1,000 in stock.
The bread N-words.
Yo,
bread
what
N-words,
would the
yo.
upsell be for the N-words? Like, yo,
Son, people
I
would
got the-
pay thousands, no question. I want to know, respond in Kaz's Twitter and maybe mine if you feel up to it. How much would you pay to be able to say the N-word?
See, here's the thing. People are going to act like that they wouldn't pay
Yo, you know
that
be a
price.
funny ass GoFundMe if you were like, yo, give as much money as you want to, and then you could call me the N-word on Twitter. You would a legit
Yo,
Kaz, you would raise
I would raise-
$250,000, and you would have to say, I'm gonna give like half the money to the NAACP.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
Yo.
Sorry.
But you would have to just say that for
Yeah.
black people. But then you could also say, like, but white people, you get to say the full NAACP instead of just calling it
The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Yeah, because we're not supposed to say
All
it either. And there's a college fund with the word you can't say.
Why?
What's
What
the
word?
word?
I be saying it.
What,
But
colored?
black people get offended. No, the college fund, the United.
Negro?
Yeah.
You can say Negro. It's
I
all
don't
right.
give a fuck. I'm not gonna say
I'm
it on
so
the
confident
podcast.
about it. I didn't think Negro was a bad word.
Negro's not a
Apparently
bad
it is,
word.
dog. Yo, colored people. I don't even see how that's offensive.
All right,
How
see, saying colored people
Yeah,
with
colored
that
people
much
is worse, funny
vitriol.
Yeah,
colored people.
people take that bad. I still don't remember why, but
You
people take
colored
that worse.
people.
People
Hector,
take that worse.
light skin. He can't say it.
Yeah,
Hector
you are
looks
light-skinned.
white, bro.
Brown. Yeah, you can,
Hector look like a Jewish. He can't say it.
It's the curls.
You look way more Jewish than Dominican.
We replaced Alex. Edna outsourced Alex's job to another Latino. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
a
Good for
Dominican
you.
this time.
He looks
for
like
you for keeping that in
Andy
the family.
Varejao from
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Cavs.
Varejao? Yeah,
Looks
you do
just
look like
him.
Varejao.
It's weird because you're light skinned, so you're like high class, but you're Dominican, so you're low. You know what I mean? Like it's like an odd.
Yeah. So you get to eat inside the house, but you still got to mow the lawn. Is what happens. But no, Akaash, what happens if you say the N-word, like the N-word pass about like strangers? My thing is, you gotta, and I've said this, I've gone on occasion multiple times about speaking. I don't speak for all black people. I never have, never will. I just speak for Kaz. But the odds of you getting pressed for
I
saying
speak
the
for
N-word.
every Indian. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And if you're an Indian and you think I don't speak for you, you can suck my fucking dick. I speak for all of us.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
disagree, you wrong.
Well, anyway, he's lying his ass off. But
ain't getting
nah,
no
like here's
sleep.
the thing: you wouldn't get pressed. Like if you said the N-word, no black person gonna come to like, "Hey man, that offended me." Like, nah, you're just gonna. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna assume you like
I'm gonna be
Trinidadian or
honest,
some shit.
My four
Just keep it
four
pushing.
best friends from college would all individually press me if I said it.
Really?
I know this for fact.
Well, they
Maybe
know
the
you. Those are
South
your
a little
best
different.
friends.
Maybe the South a little different, but in the South it's like a very clear like, nah, bruh. This is ours. You don't do that.
I guess, but at the same time, it's like the stranger test, right? Like if I walk past you and you're like, "What's up, my nigga?" I'm just assume you Trinidadian or some shit. Or you from the
I'm sorry,
islands.
the
or-
visual.
Even
That's
the visual
ridiculous.
seems odd,
Yeah.
right?
Come on,
It
try
don't
that.
make sense. No, never, yo. I edit out of my rap songs. You heard me sing "Dreams and Nightmares." Rap the fuck out that song with no N words.
Hey, you
by
killed that
myself.
shit.
By myself, dog. I be
Goddamn.
practicing.
No ad libs. You practicing them
I'm that scared of black people that maybe want to just be at my house breaking in, and I won't. I mean, then he'll steal more shit.
God damn.
Remember that episode you said the N-word? Here I am, Akaash.
No, I'm saying like if I'm rapping to myself alone,
Oh.
I still won't say it.
Really?
I'm telling you, I'm that
That's when
scared
you're
of
supposed
black
to lean
people.
into it.
No, I'm that.
We
afraid
know
of
you do it. Like we know everybody does
I
it.
don't.
Like it doesn't
I
feel.
really don't.
Uh,
I don't use
why?
any slurs. I feel like I could be
Why
racist.
would you rob yourself the joy of the N word?
I don't use any slurs because I feel like I could be racist much more creatively. Like to
Oh
me,
yeah, see that's I
You're
respect
racism.
that.
to me that's
undoubtedly.
like when you do that is like so usually not funny that it's not. It's a little racist
Wait.
to me because there's no
So
creativity
you're
behind it.
priding yourself on not saying the N word because you're
I know
you're
I'm
way
not-
more creative racist.
And that's
than
how you
just
know
going to the
that's how you
N-word.
know I'm not racist because I'm creative with it. So I'm too smart to be racist.
like anybody could call me a spick
Yeah.
or told me I eat rice and
It's
beans.
the
but-
lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah, like you gotta give me something hard. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta get into my. Like,
Only creative people can call you pollo,
yeah, see, like yeah, see.
fucking pavo.
Damn,
You
oh,
a
that's too.
fucking
Can you,
pavo?
can you give me one
Pendejo.
more poultry?
Yo, that's
Oh, pendejo works
But no,
too.
does that work?
Pavo
like-
is turkey.
Was
Pa- Pao is
we
turkey.
calling Edna turkey.
And pollo is chicken.
Oh, see. What's
I
chicken?
still get fucking chicken emojis. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. No doubt. And photo edits of that shit.
You weren't there this day, Kaz. We made fun of Edna looking like a turkey for about 40 straight minutes.
And I lay down on my back
It's
as
the
a turkey.
most fun
Don't know
I
why
think
I
I've ever had in
God
my life,
damn.
bro.
Did they shame you into the gym like they shamed me into the gym?
No, I still
That
eat
wasn't
I
me,
still
that
eat
was
like a fucking
Charlamagne.
pig.
Oh, nah. As soon as that episode was over, I was like, damn, I do look kind of husky.
When did y'all shame him?
Remember? Oh, you weren't at that episode when we did the Brilliant Idiots
My first
mashup.
episode back. When we did
Kaz,
Idiots.
Charlamagne's first words when he saw Kaz after everything that happened to Kaz. What's up, Kaz? Damn, you got thick. First words.
Facts.
All I did was point something out. First of all, nobody knew we had already talked about Kaz and everything he had gone through for like 30 minutes, and then we recorded.
Yeah.
Like that was the part of the Patreon, and then Charlamagne had to leave, so we did the Brilliant Idiots mashup.
Okay.
So Kaz says the 3 weeks he pretended to boycott the NFL were the worst 3 weeks of his life. And he had just missed 3 weeks of the podcast.
Yeah.
So I just pointed out, I think you had a worse 3 weeks. And everybody acted like I was a monster. Meanwhile, Charlamagne won't let this guy eat comfort food without teasing him to death. First words out of his mouth, and I'm the asshole.
I mean,
to be fair, I did
just
have like some
pointed
boom boom
something
shorts
out.
on that night. That day too.
Yeah, boom
like
boom
my
shorts.
shorts came up to like maybe an inch past my dick. They were very short.
Huh?
Past your dick? Well, shit.
The
don't
shorts
believe-
the shorts are very short that day. I know exactly which ones I was wearing.
Yo, let me tell you something. If that's an inch past your dick, you win every argument we ever gonna have. You got it, bruh. You got it. You got it, yo.
Whoa!
Don't even worry about it.
There's some stereotypes that are true.
Oh,
and happily.
speaking of pulling dicks out, Antonio Brown.
AB. God damn. All right, so we got to eat a little shit for this episode, all right?
No, we don't. We said on the Patreon. Don't even worry about
I
it.
mean,
Lock it up, Kaz.
I eat the shit.
Lock it up.
I eat the shit. I will. I thought he was crazy like a fox. I thought his whole grandmaster plan.
I never thought that. I said that. They're saying he crazy for real.
I thought he was crazy like a fox. I thought this was another big fucking Patriot scheme to bolster their receiving core one more time, get Tom Brady more help, get the best wide receiver in the game for next to nothing, and turns out I don't know what the fuck.
So a lot
that
of people
motherfucker
thought
crazy.
this. A lot of people
Nigga
thought-
crazy.
I second that.
I think I'm gonna try to break the record for N-words this episode.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about,
what it is.
Kat. Utilize no white people
I'm
being
definitely
around.
gonna do it. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, yeah, bet. Yo, so this nigga AB is crazy.
Yo,
Go ahead, Ed.
here's what I second that. I agree with that, verbatim with that sentence.
Verbatim.
Verbatim with that
I
sentence.
missed it the first time. Was
Silently verbatim. Here's why I couldn't. A lot of people had this dumbass conspiracy theory that this was all planned and Antonio Brown is brilliant. And you had read his text messages to this bitch.
yeah.
And the way he spelled and didn't understand what a period was. Probably any kind of period. He doesn't really respect those. I was like, how could you think this guy is smart? I know a person is not indicative of your intelligence if you're not a great speller.
I was about to
but
say,
this guy
like-
spelled like a full-on Franks and Beans. Full on. I swear to God, I've read fourth graders with better everything than that.
You can tell he was like pacing in his room before he sent out those texts. Like he was just like, motherfucker. And just started going like this.
And if
No
you spell
fucking shit.
lying, L-I-E-N, like a fucking tax lien,
Jesus Christ.
bro, you gonna go broke because you don't understand finances and you dumb because you don't understand spelling. You're not savvy enough for this.
I don't know why I thought.
He's not Floyd Mayweather. Where you like Floyd got so much brain damage. I get Floyd not being able to read.
Yeah, he's
AD got minimal CTE. It shouldn't be an effect
He's got
on this
base
much.
level CTE.
Base level
Like,
CTE. You shouldn't be that bad at spelling with a very average level of CTE. I think.
He's got the amount of CTE that I think like 70% of the NFL got CTE.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, yeah, you get a little helmet to helmet. You know
Troy
what I mean?
Aikman CTE.
You got a couple concussions, couple blackouts.
And Troy killing it. He a Fox analyst.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Tony Romo, he's got like advanced CTE. Like that shit made him smarter. Like, as soon as he got into the booth, I was like, damn, this guy's actually he's really fucking bright.
Yeah, he always
Goddamn.
been right. But so more shit came out about AB.
Yeah.
And I asked you to do this because I don't be giving a fuck about
Yeah.
these stories for the most part.
Okay.
So some of the accusations I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
we said his doctor said he farted in his face. That's fine. That's hilarious. I don't mind that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Doctor. You're not.
Some chef he cooked for, I heard this story, was like, he got a history of not paying motherfuckers for anything. Like, he had a private chef come cook for him, and he literally, the private chef, anytime he tried to look AB in the eye to talk to him, AB's like right-hand man or whatever was like, don't look AB in the eye when you talk to him. Look down. He made him, and then anytime he tried to lift his head up, he'd be like, look down. And AB just was like smirking through the whole thing. Then didn't pay the dude.
Holy shit.
A lot of these stories, and then there's more of the Me Too stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What is those again?
Well, there
Ain't that
was
funny? That's why I don't remember.
You remember the intricate
Too.
details
I remember-
about
I remember,
shit.
man,
Like
now
he
that
told
you-
you not to look down. It was like, oh yeah, and then
Because that bothered me. I was like, I'm a man. Let me look you in the fucking eye, bro. I'm not. But the Me Too stuff, I'm like, well, you know.
I'm sure he would let you.
Things
look
happen.
at-
That's his life.
This is how, hey man, hey, sometimes you're gonna grab a tit. No, I'm just kidding. You're not. No,
I like it.
no.
I like it. Don't apologize. Okay, so what are the
Damn it.
accusations?
So apparently, I think it's the same thing. It's the artist, right? Like he employed some artist to fucking paint something in his house.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever,
right. That's right. That's right.
And I guess
He Charlie Rosed her.
Yeah, like
He would walk out naked with a towel
make her mad,
covering.
uncomfortable, whatever. And then I guess he talked about it in this big Sports Illustrated expose that came out a few days ago. And mind you, and according to the
only
Patriots,
one exposing.
Oh my God.
Is that easy? Sorry, I thought it was solid. I didn't know I was going to get met with that. Let me ask you a real question about this. He had a towel covering his like.
Akaash. You can't do that, bro. You can't.
All right, fine.
You're too famous for that. Like, you're getting too famous to think that's okay, Akaash.
I'm faithful to my girl because I got no confidence in my dick game. So you don't have to
now.
worry about it. Or my body. So you don't have to worry about any of this, hoes.
For now.
I'm fine.
I'm telling you doing tours now and shit. You drinking Emergency to fucking get ready for the
Yo,
podcast.
true.
You fucking out here. You touring. Like, hey, I love your girl. Your girl's the shit. She's awesome. But listen. Don't think
Me
you're not
too.
too. You don't think you're not too famous for somebody to hit you like, yo, Akaash was walking around with his dick out in this fucking backstage.
But that's what I'm saying. I got too much body shame to do such a thing. That's what I'm saying. But if I look like AB and I'm covering my dick, it's like, yo, you looked at a really good-looking guy's body. Like, what's the problem?
You really think he's good looking?
AB, good-looking dude. Good-ass teeth. Good-ass teeth.
He does have good teeth.
Best teeth in
Good
sports.
teeth. That mustache and the hair is terrible combo. Great peck.
But that's what
definition,
it's just
though.
like. It's a faux pas. You know what I mean?
With the mustache?
No, the walking out with most of your body.
So apparently that wasn't
exposed.
the straw that broke the camel's back with the Patriots. So the straw that broke the camel's back was, I guess he sent out a group text to the girl, like after the story came out, pretty much calling her a broke ass bitch. This ain't gonna work, yada yada yada. And he had like other people on the group text. One was like a known steroid dealer, another drug dealer, somebody who's done time. Like, yo, like we're gonna get some info on this
read
bitch.
the text? This is a group
boom, there we
text.
go.
Oh, hold on. Now this actually, you know what's crazy? This is somebody wrote this for him because this is worded well. Here's from Antonio
Because
Brown.
people were watching. It's a group text. You can't just send, when you're on a text with somebody one-on-one, you just send that shit all willy-nilly. When it's a group text, you want to be at least use some sort of commas and periods and shit.
Okay, dramatic reading of Antonio Brown text message.
Go for it.
To 5 people. Text message, not iMessage. Text message sent today, 10:47 p.m. Really sad you would make a bullshit story to the world. Thought you had more integrity and respect for yourself. Must be really hard times for to make up some stuff for money. Super sad. This the girl who unfinished painting in my room from blank. Super broke girl with a lot of kids. Such a shame. This in her text, Eric B. Let's look up her background history. See how broke this girl is from blank.
Shit.
Basically cried broke for opportunities I let paint my room. Couldn't finish. I flew out. Now to hear this, so sad. Next response. Yes, sir, we will do that.
Yes, sir, we will do that, sir.
Send me her info, bro. Then.
This is the fucked up part. You can't. He's posted a picture of the girl's kids. Like,
that's
hey,
just blacked out.
Yeah, those
Okay.
are kids. And IG Eric, she's awfully broke, clearly. And I guess somebody who's not in the text says, according to the post, she was going for a Meek Mill rally. I can reach out to his team tomorrow and see if anyone knows her. She sounds like a celebrity groupie.
I don't think that guy's name should have been blacked out.
Yeah.
That guy, I can understand the girl, but that guy being like, hey, let's see what's up with this bitch. Maybe we can ruin her life, potentially. His name, if you on AB's team and you sending shit like that, your name doesn't have to be blacked out. Am I wildin'?
I mean, nah. I mean, apparently he was like a former convict, like did like a couple years in jail for something, So it's
I don't
like
think anybody locked up. I'm just saying, everybody knows I'm very loyal to Andrew. If Andrew sent this kind of text to somebody and I was like, yo, let me look this bitch up, I don't think my name needs to be blacked out. Like,
But you're kind
I
of
was
an
riding for
accomplice
my
now,
boy.
though, right?
Yeah, but he is an accomplice.
Yeah,
So if you got Antonio Brown, why is he the only one blacked out? That's just a little weird to me.
it is weird.
And
I
then
mean,
there's other pictures of her that are completely blacked out. And then I guess her at some kind of fashion show.
Or paintings.
yeah, I think these are. Did they black out the? Or I guess they're unfinished. They look unfinished.
And so who did she send this to? The girl also?
I guess the NFL reached out and she sent it to them.
Is he a fucking idiot?
Yeah, he's actually pretty fucking stupid. Pretty fucking stupid. And then this led to a fucking big ass Twitter tirade that happened, Sunday morning?
Yeah.
When he was
Can you
talking
look up
about-
Antonio Brown's tweets.
Yeah.
He tweeted about Robert Kraft. I know it's going to take you a while to Google, so just look up Antonio Brown, Robert Kraft tweets.
What is Google?
So more or less, he says, Robert Kraft got caught in this fucking massage parlor where there's probably girls getting abducted to these sex rings. You got Ben Roethlisberger only lost 4 games when he clearly raped some bitch. And Shannon Sharp was accused of sexual misconduct or whatever. Shannon Sharp clapped back immediately.
Shannon Sharp, here's the thing. If people don't follow Shannon on IG, he been calling AB a clown.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a personal thing there with AB calling out Shannon Sharp.
Of course.
Which, to be honest, I didn't know that about Shannon Sharp. And if I was AB, I don't know what's true or not, but I would immediately mention that shit.
So he did, and I guess a couple tweets later, he said, anybody pressing me about this is what happened. He pretty much like tweeted out a statement saying the lady who accused AB of this shit was clearly a stalker, and the case was dropped immediately as soon as it went to any sort of court.
AB said that?
No, Shannon Sharp.
Said the lady who accused AB.
The lady who accused Shannon Sharp of sexual assault and
I saw that
something
too.
said was thrown out immediately, all this other bullshit. I say all this to say this.
Here's his tweet. Will not be playing in the @NFL anymore. These owners can cancel deals, do whatever they want at any time. We will see if the @NFLPA hold them accountable. Sad they can just void guarantees anytime going on 40 mil 2 months. We'll see if they pay us.
Nigga, you knew this already, though.
How do you not understand a basic idea of a contract?
You knew this. He knew this shit already.
I promise you, there was clearly written and explained to him, probably by his agent and the team, there are certain things you can do that will void these guarantees.
Yeah.
If you are a distraction, because you were a distraction in Pittsburgh, if you come here with that shit, we will void all this guaranteed money. Mm-hmm. And for him to act like that's not written in a contract, you don't have to honor it. They are honoring the contract by voiding the guarantee.
Yeah.
If it's written in clear ink, or in black ink, hey, if you do this, we will void your guarantees, and then you do it, and we void your guarantees, we're honoring the deal.
Yeah.
We're actually doing what we're supposed to do. And I don't think the NFL is like
who's your, Drew Rosen, as I'm saying, Drew Rosenhaus is not like some run-of-the-mill Asian. Like, this motherfucker has done this a bunch of times.
How do you think the tweet
know?
we want to pull up is Antonio Brown saying thanks for the opportunity?
Because he loves the Patriots so
Why
much.
do you think this is what the whole story?
he loves them so much.
This is how bad you are at Google. The whole story we've been talking
just
about.
a tweet.
AB. Yeah, when I asked you, pull up the tweets about Robert Kraft. No Robert Kraft mentioned in any of these tweets you pulled up. You pulled up a tweet saying thank you NFL and Patriots. And a picture of him being buddy-buddy with Tom Brady. I just want Tom Brady. I just want to know what you think when you pull this up. You're like, this must be what they're looking for.
I saw the pretty pictures, and I just put them up on the screen.
God damn, Ed. It's crazy how bad you are.
There's no other tweets. There's really just this.
Hey,
I think he deleted
Can
them.
you?
Oh, no, go to tweets and
Google?
replies. Go to tweets and replies.
Blanco.
It might be in the...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, click it. Click on tweets and replies.
No, it doesn't let me do it.
All right,
I'm going to have to sign in.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, right after these tweets went out, Adam Schefter, and that's the thing, after they cut him, they were still going to pay him. And then the tweets go out, and Adam Schefter says, got a word from a Patriots insider, Robert Kraft says, I don't give not a F, but he's like, I don't care what happens. He's not getting a single red penny from us.
And if you're just nice to Robert Kraft, he'll pay you. He saves so much money on hand jobs because he goes to the Groupon joints. You know what I mean?
God damn, he don't even get the exquisite hand job spot.
My man is saving money. He's the millionaire next door. You read that book. It's the basic idea of the millionaire next door is rich people don't spend like rich people. And that's how they stay rich. And Robert Kraft does that. And he's probably willing to be generous and say, hey, you keep your little paltry $9 million because I save $1,000 every time I nut by going to undocumented workers.
Where they might get, oh gosh, what's the word?
Shipped in here from Russia
Jesus
or China.
Christ. That's funny how that shit just got swept under the rug, though. And then, here's the thing. AB's had some points.
You pull up the same.
Hold on, damn it.
Boom. Kraft got caught in the parlor. AB speculations fired. Different strokes for different folks, apparently. He does have a really good chest definition. Good
I'm
body.
telling you, he got a great body. Why are we acting like he don't? I'm
That's
supposed
a
to
really
not
good body.
notice.
Oh, yeah, no, he looks great.
Great teeth. You know what I mean?
Good jaw definition.
Let him nut on my back.
Shannon Sharp, the funny guy on TV, still after this. And,
So, yeah, then he said Shannon Sharp is the funny guy on TV still after this. And he tweeted a picture of a 2010 article said Shannon Sharp accused of sexual assault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, I think, he was on CBS.
And then it said, then he tweeted another picture from CBS News. He stayed on the same website. 4 games for 4 games.
This is months apart, by the way. Both in 2010.
That's funny how nobody Me Too. There was no Me Too movement after this.
No.
4 games for Big Ben. Crazy world. I'm done with it. And then it is a Steelers QB investigating sexual assault.
That's the whole
But you see how that's
Right.
that's a more
This nigga, bro.
more newsworthy
I
tweet.
apologize
than
for
Thanks,
the not initial
Thank you,
tweets.
Thank
Appreciate
you, sir.
that.
I appreciate you.
That was
getting
fucking
it.
fantastic. Nah, but I mean, here's the thing with this whole shit, man. I really thought, and here's the thing, like he beat the system for like 9 days.
Yeah.
For 9 days, he looked like the smartest motherfucker on earth, dog. Like he got out of the Raiders situation.
Right, no, he didn't. He
He
lost
fucking-
$29 million in guaranteed money. I don't see how he's so smart.
But he was incentivized to get even more of that money if he just shut the fuck up
no,
and
he
play
got
football.
$15 million.
Yeah, he would have
Okay.
got 15 million just for this year. But those incentives would have got equal to what? Like
I think it was
60
$9 million guaranteed and then $15 million with incentives. I think
Okay. But still, now he gets none of that shit.
he fucked himself out of both guarantees.
God damn. I'll never. I mean,
I'm gonna be
he
honest.
clearly needs fucking help. Like, clearly he needs fucking help. So I don't want to drag on him too much, but
There is a part of me
What
that
the
remembers.
fuck?
It's another episode you didn't show up to. Is Miko Grimes when she was on the podcast.
sorry, goddamn, shit. Is this
she-
what y'all do when I'm not here? It's just like fucking.
No, we save it for when you finally
Just
show up.
remember
That's why it's so
episodes?
much now. It's been so
God
long.
damn it. All right. Fuck you
So,
then.
you know what's funny is I'm gonna miss 2 weeks in December.
Wow. In December. Wow. You got some time there,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
And even back then, he'll be like, oh, okay, I think I'll make it. You'll be earlier. And mind you, you were late to this episode, by the way. I was here before you.
No, you were here earlier
was here
than me.
before you.
And how many tardies do we have?
Don't count the tardies. Fuck all that. I was here before you today.
You were here, yes. You
All
were
right.
here about 3 minutes before me while I had Eden print mid-rolls.
I thought Akaash was going to be late. I'm not going to lie. I was kinda hoping for
It's
it.
a rare sight for me. But Miko talked about how teams will kind of like slander players if they're about to be a free agent, so they can drive the price down. And maybe potentially in this case, if you're the Steelers and you're really unhappy with how he left, and then on top of that, the Raiders and you're really unhappy with how they left, you can run a full-on smear campaign. And that could be what this is, but I don't think that's what this is.
I think it started off like that, and then, you know, it's always this thing when they're like, oh, let's go find some dirt on this guy.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, shit. Like, it looked like the
Yeah.
fucking mid-rolls. Like, how much shit that they had on AB. And it was like, fuck, all right, well, we don't got to do that much.
Yeah, I don't think they had to search much.
No.
I don't think he's been a great dude. I do think he might honestly have something wrong with him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're all about being big mental health advocates now in 2019
Yes.
and 2020. And, you know, clearly this motherfucker, Des Bryant had like a great
Des
tweet
the
that he put
greatest,
out.
dog. I love
you
Des,
know,
man.
about, you know, and I get it. I get where he's coming from.
Des had a note he tweeted, and he said something like, AB, only a select few group of people know what you're going through. To be a wide receiver in this league, something like, we all grew up in similar home life circumstances, pretty much. Talk to me.
The
It's
only people that understand us are people like us.
Yeah, and it's a very small group of people. So we got to take mental health more seriously. Whatever, holler at me.
Yeah.
Such a mature, like, that's what probably he needs to. I don't know if he'll actually
Yeah,
hear
people
it, but that's what
forget,
he needs
like,
to be told. Like,
Des went through a lot of shit when he was coming into the league.
Des
like,
went through a lot of shit growing up. Bro. If you read
Yeah.
about Des's childhood, it's
fucked up.
Wild.
Bro. It's fucked up. Like, what was it? Was something with his mom and fucking.
found out a couple things. I think his mom might have been a prostitute. Also found out his mom was a lesbian when he walked in on her with another woman. Like,
Jeez.
that's nothing wrong with being a lesbian. That's a wild way to find out.
Yeah, if you're a
I mean,
child,
like,
yeah,
if I didn't
like,
know.
You're supposed to get the talk. And
Oh
the sit
yeah,
down,
I'd rather you come
like-
out to me, but like, I think she might have been addicted to drugs. I don't. It's a lot. No father, you know.
Didn't he go?
But-
Didn't he like
As far as I know,
have
no
like
father.
domestic thing with his mom or some shit like that? Too?
And then that was part
a lot
of
of shit.
He went through a lot. Like the Cowboys had him. They were like, look, if you want to stay with us, you're gonna have to do a lot. We're gonna have a security team around you. You're gonna have to, I think, go to therapy. Like all these things. And it seemed like he really grew up from it because he
Yeah.
was willing to do it. I hope somebody can reach AB. I'm obviously not going to be the guy that's going to be sympathetic because who the fuck am I? First
No,
of
I
all,
hope it is.
And second of all, that's not funny. Who you hope it is?
The GOAT, the Twitter GOAT, my nigga Juice, OJ Simpson. OJ's not
Oh
the
my
Twitter
God.
GOAT right now. How is OJ not? Hello, Twitter world, is yours truly. You don't even gotta say his name. You don't even gotta say this motherfucking name. I have no notifications. I have no notifications turned off for any account except OJ's. Dog.
That's so funny.
Every single video is fucking gold. You know why? Because it's always in two places, either a bar or somewhere wild luxurious, like a golf course, a resort, skin looking fucking immaculate, hasn't had a wrinkle line in decades, fucking having a sip. Look at him. Living life, smiling.
I can't
He
play the
looks-
audio, but
He
this,
looks fantastic.
He looks fantastic. Look at this motherfucker.
Fantastic,
What if the secret to like staying young forever is just
I believe what? I believe it. Finish the sentence because I believe it. I believe it. Finish the sentence.
What's the secret though? What's the secret to happiness?
Killing bloggers.
Like, look at them. Every video's the same. Hello, Twitter world. It's yours truly.
Never mind.
Yeah, so he basically, in the first video that came out right after the whole AB shit went down, he was talking about how, he took him in his fantasy lineup and, somebody reached out to him with AB's number and said, I wish I would have called him and gave him some advice. Because he said, quote unquote, the first thing you're supposed to be advised on by your lawyer when you're going through some shit is to shut up. And when it's like, and once you hear that, it's like,
OJ said that?
OJ said this shit.
OJ just be telling us he did it all the time. Ain't that wild?
No,
Every third tweet is OJ telling us he did it.
Just telling on himself. Every single fucking video. And I gotta say, it is fucking intriguing. And I don't understand why. I mean, I understand why. If I was a sports media company, if I'm Fox Sports, ESPN, Barstool, BR, you don't think that they're ready to back up the Brinks truck on this motherfucker right now?
You can't handle the backlash. It's got to be a company like
Barstool.
Barstool can't. Barstool toes the line. Barstool always toes the line.
Why
not? Francis Ellis got fired for talking about a woman who got murdered.
Okay.
Can you imagine if Francis Ellis murdered the woman?
According to the United States of America, according to the United States of America, OJ didn't kill those people.
Can you imagine what would happen to Francis if what you had to say was, according to the United States of America, Francis didn't kill that woman?
I mean, he didn't know she was dead at that point.
I think Francis will get back there eventually.
Yeah, and he got fired for that. That's true. Yeah, that's not about Francis.
They'll bring Francis back eventually.
No company can fuck with him except Flagrant 2, no easy buckets.
Yeah,
because we welcome the backlash.
OJ keeps it tight.
He is. I have a handful of dream guests.
Wow.
At the top of that list,
Charles Barkley is one.
Charles Barkley.
I know that for a fact. You said that.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay. I'm a little scared of Kobe, but okay.
Floyd. Orenthal James.
Yo, you realize the least dangerous person on that list criminally is Charles Barkley? Ain't that crazy?
Well, Charles Barkley got locked up, so he threw somebody through a bar
Exactly
window.
my point, bro. Everybody else, that's the tamest thing is him throwing somebody out of a bar window. Okay. And then the greatest line in courtroom history is when the judge asked, do you have any regrets? And Charles said, I regret we were on the first floor. And he's the least... That's the least severe accusation of anybody you wanted on it.
Out of all those guys, he's the most media trained too.
Charles is my dream guest for sure.
But Orenthal James, like if we get OJ on Flagrant 2, like I'd quit the podcast. Like there's no way we can't.
You can't ascend from there.
You can't ascend from there. Like that's it. I mean,
you're already planning to quit. Ain't that crazy?
I'm just saying, my man. OJ, first of all, I've never quit. I'm Flagrant 2 for life. He gives really good fantasy football advice, bro. Like, lost in all the he may have killed his wife shit.
That's just a mild thing.
Motherfucker's got great football advice. So. He don't.
Can you imagine?
Lost in the, he might have killed his wife and her lover type of thing.
That'd be the funniest thing ever, real talk, is if OJ started like a fantasy football podcast. Like if he became Black Matthew Berry.
I would be the first fucking subscriber. If he had a Patreon today, I'll be a Flagrant king, queen, soldier, whatever's higher than a general. I'm that for the OJ Patreon when he drops it for his fantasy football advice. Motherfucker, lost in all that shit. One of the greatest football players of all time. Mm-hmm. Great football mind. Mm. Before that shit, he was one of the top 5 or 10 most famous black people on earth.
He's probably higher now.
He's probably more famous now than before that. He was doing Naked Gun movies. He was on every fucking commercial. He was like LeBron James.
But he's also like
hacking everything.
He's also top 5, 10 like police chases on TV.
Like, he was the first police chase, motherfucker.
That's number 1, bro.
That's number 1?
Motherfucker.
No other police chase is nationally televised.
Think about it, bro. OJ invented reality television. Like, he was the first shit that we followed from A to Z, right? Literally.
We had Real World, but nobody really cared.
That was still
they had
kind
to
of
give a guy AIDS for us to kind of care.
He literally gave us...
Pedro had to get AIDS for us to kind of care.
Was it AIDS? I thought it was like... Lyme disease.
You think they give a fuck about Lyme disease in the 90s? They don't give a fuck about Lyme disease, bro.
So you get sick from a flea, motherfucker?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You think that's provocative?
The dick I took?
Television, yeah.
Oh, man. But OJ, listen, like, gave us the Kardashians.
OJ did give us the Kardashians.
Gave us the Kardashians. Gave us Rob Kardashian.
He literally gave us Chloe.
Gave us Chloe.
Literally.
He could say what he wants. Kendall, what's her mom's name? Kris Jenner can say what they want. I'm not stupid, bro. Like, y'all can't. How you the youngest daughter?
It's the reason she's the only ugly one.
That's what I'm saying. How you the youngest daughter? She's the only one that's 6'1".
Yeah.
built like a
Bitch
fucking
built like
tight
her
end.
daddy.
Jesus Christ. OJ, listen, OJ, I don't know if he listens to podcasts, but if he does, bro, I know a lot of people ain't going to extend the offer. I know a lot of people aren't going to say, hey, Fox Sports ain't going to ask you, ESPN, Bleacher, Yahoo, whatever.
Let's cut up a promo right now.
I am.
Hey, Twitter world.
It's yours truly.
It's yours truly. We're just trying to let you guys know we would love to have OJ Simpson, Orenthal James Simpson, on our podcast.
Juice. Matter of fact, Asshole Army, we're going to start the hashtag right now. Hashtag Juice on F2. Just keep tweeting him. And then at the Flagrant 2 Pod Twitter account. Hashtag Juice on F2. At the real OJ32. He's not even verified. Twitter's not even fuck with him.
We would love to have you on to talk about fantasy football, other fantasies you may have had that you've acted out. And I would like to challenge you to a foot race.
Yes.
Orenthal.
Oh, my God.
And I'm being honest. I'm not even that fast, but I know I'll beat your ass in a foot race, dog. It's not even going to be close. And if you really want to raise the stakes, if you catch me, do whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
I take that last sentence back.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might want to.
I thought I was that confident I would win, but now I'm not that. That's a lot of confidence.
That's a lot of confidence.
And I want to marry my girl one day, so
yeah.
The offer still stands.
You want to consummate? He'll consummate you. That's what he's into.
No, he's not into consummating. He's into the opposite of.
Nah, but if anybody who's listened to Flagrant 2 from day one, that's one of the longest standing, running jokes of this podcast.
It's not a joke. I'll dust that motherfucker.
Really?
I can't believe my friends.
You see his skin?
I don't give a fuck.
I think he still got.
Give a fuck.
He still got a 4.9 in him.
4.9.
I think he got a 4.9 in him.
Get out of your goddamn mind. This guy's running a 9.2.
20,000 rushing yards in his career, and that's without the high speed chain.
That's 50 years ago. He has literally killed 2 people in that time.
Yes, and got away with it.
Got away with it, and done another bid for 10 years. You know how much time has passed since then?
Listen, all right, so let's talk about the first time.
90s OJ got that.
Yeah.
Got that for sure. 2020s OJ? Come on, son. I got that. That's 30 years later.
Listen, motherfucker looks like to be in decent shape, yo. Look at him. He's got a little. All right, when he was fresh out of jail, he had a little jail meat on him. He
he's
didn't get to
strong as
as a fucking ox. You kidding me?
Yeah,
stabbing strength. Oof. It's not easy to stab somebody. Anybody can shoot you.
Yo, look at
stabbing
this.
strength is oof.
This is an ill picture. I'm sorry.
This is a terrifying picture. Real talk. Click on this one again.
We really sat there. Yo, this is how fucking wild the 90s were and no internet was, right?
Yeah.
We really sat there and was like, well, the gloves don't fit. Like, we're clearly looking at them shits. All you have to do is this. He's like, see, they don't fit. Fasten them shits, motherfucker.
He didn't take his arthritis medicine either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably why.
He let the hands swell up.
Damn. The bloody gloves. Well.
Click this picture. Tell me this ain't a terrifying ass person.
That's a crazy ass picture.
He didn't kill somebody, bro.
It's a great picture, first of all.
Yo, I'm going to tell you 2 things. Number 1.
Great skin.
Number 1, he killed those people. Okay. Number 2, great skin then and now. And number 3, if I need to kill 4 minutes of the clock, I know this guy with this face will do it. He'll kill a lot more than 4 minutes on the clock. Keep it a stack with you to keep it a full stack. That
4-minute offense,
bro. When you need a running back to chew up some yards, bro. Look at this man's face. Tell me he don't got that shit.
Yo.
Ice the game, yo.
7 yards in his sleep. 7 yards in his sleep.
Right up the gut, bro.
The GOAT, OJ. I still can't believe he got away with it.
And when did he fix his teeth?
That's how famous this.
That's a question I want to ask him. When did he get his teeth fixed?
I don't know. When was his teeth fucked
Before or
up?
after he started beating?
He always had a pretty good. Oh, he was doing movies, man. He was doing Naked Gun movies with Leslie Nielsen and
Yeah,
shit.
had all kinds of time, man. He had a Hall of Fame career.
Selling
did
sneakers.
movies, beat his wife, killed his wife, got his teeth fixed. All in the span of about 25, 30 years.
Yeah, that's Cuba, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's an actor.
this is the
It's from the
FX
movie.
series.
Oh.
You watch TV, Eden? That was
Not
a whole
like
big thing.
that.
There's a whole big thing about it. Nah, man, but Juice is like, look at Chloe. Hold on. Look at that side to side. You mean to tell me they don't have the same fucking bone structure from the nose down? They have the same fucking nose.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't see it, but I just can't see her being related to the other one.
You can't see some husky white woman giving, like, consummating with him and coming out with this.
Maybe.
And this is plus makeup, plus a little bit of, Hollywood magic.
Plastic surgery? Is that what we call
Yeah.
Hollywood magic?
She got
tons of plastic surgery.
Tons of plastic surgery. Those aren't some football pad shoulders that she has? No?
Yo, she
Yo.
does have the shoulders.
Bruh.
You know how sad it is to get plastic surgery to look like your sisters?
Oh,
Ain't that painful to be like, hey, doc, can you just make me look like my sisters? Because I'm tired of being this bitch.
I'm tired of being the older. Well, she's the youngest one,
Yeah,
right?
she's the youngest, which blows everybody's
She's
mind.
bigger than everybody else. Got the same fucking shaped head.
Yo, let's pay a bill, Kaz. Hit it.
Yeah, let's play a fucking bill. God damn it. This episode of Flagrant 2 is brought to you by NBA 2K20. That's right. This year's NBA 2K20 is not a game. This is the place where the game comes to learn. It's got next level graphics, gameplay, groundbreaking game modes, and unparalleled player control and customization. NBA 2K20 continues to redefine what's possible in sports, gaming, and all. Play NBA 2K20 featuring Anthony Davis and Dwayne Wade today. NBA 2K20, welcome to the next.
You got that, right?
Yeah, I do this shit, man. Yeah, I
Kaz
fuck
be
with 2K.
playing NBA 2K20.
Yo, I'm a 2K fiend, motherfucker. Play it a lot. I did the 2K showcase
That's
with the pro
right.
players.
That's right.
Yeah, I played with Turtle, Jerry Ferrara
Kaz
as well.
won MVP of the
Yeah.
of the tournament. I came to support Kaz playing video games. It
Akaash was so out of place.
It was my first esports experience, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Esports is so like when you actually are in the space and you're like a part of the experience, that shit is so whack, yo. It's the fucking stupidest, goofiest, corniest, nerdiest, gayest shit I have ever done in my entire life, and I'm gay. So think how gay this shit was.
were you never good at any video game?
God, son, huh?
Were you never good at any video game?
I liked video games until I stopped playing it around about college. Like right when I graduated, I just stopped. Whatever. I don't knock playing video games, but going to watch motherfuckers play video games. No, son, I couldn't
it was lit,
believe
bruh.
people gave a fuck about it at all.
People
And
was
these
hyped.
guys make so much more money than me. And they got these wild ass egos. Like one of them, I'm not gonna say who it was, but he was like asking about this girl downstairs, like he was gonna fuck her, and I was like, yo, what's crazy is he probably could.
He absolutely is. He absolutely is. Yeah, remember, these 2K leagues, they're like extensions of whatever franchise they play for.
Women,
So,
please be more selective with your pussy. You cannot. You
no,
cannot.
you
No.
gotta
This
listen.
is serious. This is important.
I am serious.
This is, and Andrew used to say this about hipsters, and I got
Yeah.
it then, but I really get it here. He used to say like, if women would just stop sleeping with hipsters, men would stop being hipsters.
yeah.
The idea that you think a guy deserves your pussy for playing video games a lot is the biggest misuse of an asset I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy, dude. It's like investing in beepers or something. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? You really think this is a thing? It's like buying a bunch of pogs. You know what I mean? Like, grow up. All right? Sleep with a man with a man's job. I don't have a man's job, but
my God.
at least I do some manly shit stand-up wise in the sense that like, oh, he's standing in front of people and having an opinion, and that's kind of bold. But playing a video game, and I'm not saying I deserve a lot of pussy. I'm not saying that. But that's why I only had the one. Because
yeah.
I knew my fucking place. Do you think you deserve pussy for being another person in a basketball game? LeBron deserves all the pussy.
All the pussy.
If
All the
Savannah
pussy.
thinks LeBron should be faithful, Savannah, get the fuck out of that house.
Listen,
And I'm gonna be honest, LeBron probably said that to her face too.
I mean, you
when
know
he was
what?
16.
You know what's the best part about it? He's probably never even had to.
Savannah's
You
great.
gotta know.
This is a
You
hypothetical
gotta
situation.
know. I mean, look, I love.
God bless Savannah.
God bless the James gang. I fuck with them all day. Shout out Uninterrupted. But bruh, we gotta keep it a motherfucking stack. There are many, and I don't have a pussy, but if I did, there's not a lot of ways you could upgrade that pussy after fucking LeBron James. LeBron fucking James?
Women.
You got the kids? The kids is going to go to the NBA?
You know how I know LeBron because be wilding? Because if you watch Kevin Hart's second special, I think it's Seriously Funny or whatever it's called, he does it in Cleveland and the Cavs come out. And then Kevin Hart has like one line at the end of an act out where he said like, now you got to act like you don't know how there's all these butt naked bitches in the pool with you. And then he's just like, I don't know how they got here, baby. And he's like trying to explain to his main chick. And the way LeBron laughed, they cut away to LeBron and the way he's laughing is so like... It was cathartic for him to identify, for someone to share that story with him.
He did one of these laughs. Now, if you're a black person, you do one of these laughs when something hits too close to home. I remember that shit, yo. Oh my god! Like one of those laughs where it's like it hits too close. And you're laughing to like, it's almost like a nervous energy laugh, but you're doing it cathartically afterwards. Holy shit.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Sleeping with LeBron makes the most sense in the world. Sleeping with a guy who's good at pretending to be LeBron is the saddest thing. Like, listen.
But you know the perks they get,
if you
though.
fall in love with the guy, great, fine,
Yeah.
whatever. But if you're like, I just want to have a one night stand with Ninja.
Oh, Ninja is rich as fuck, though. I get it.
Yo, if you want a rich guy, sleep with Elon Musk. Fucking Ninja you gonna sleep with?
Just
Grow
the
up,
name.
bitch.
God
Grow up.
damn, yo.
I can't respect nobody who sleeps with Ninja. This motherfucker call himself Ninja and he white, son. Cultural appropriation ass.
Ain't throwing a roundhouse kick in his fucking life. Calls up Ninja.
I can't understand. It was. Let me tell you something. Buy NBA 2K.
Buy me 2K20, man. You know, it's
do that shit to
showcasing your style,
yourself.
battling it out with blacktop in an active, vibrant, and immersive open world called the neighborhood. NBA 2K20, welcome to the next, God damn it. Oh, yeah, 2K Sports.
There's
Fuck
two
with
mid
them.
rolls, right?
Yeah, we gotta get this three. We can get the other two.
We'll
later.
get there later. But
Oh
shit.
boy.
Man, what else we got, man? What else we got with the Deportes?
Yo, there's big stories in sports. Obviously, Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
the first Mexican quarterback in the NFL, Gardner Minshew. I don't know if his last name is Mexican, but that first name, super Mexican.
You know his name is
Gardner.
Gardner Minshew II. And like his dad's name is like Hank or something.
What?
Yeah,
He's named after his granddad or something?
He's named after somebody he's the second.
That's
and
great.
like not his dad. He gives me a lot of Ricky Bobby vibes.
OD.
Like with his mustache and shit.
He's great,
And his
dude.
dad's like,
I love a redneck.
if you're not
man.
first, you're last. Yeah, dog.
He reminds me of
Rednecks
home.
are my favorite white
They're
guys.
the best.
Rednecks are my favorite white guys, bro.
Look
Like,
at this guy, huh? Fucking hero, man.
He's an American hero.
oh yeah, he fucking does interviews in his jock strap and shit.
This guy's great, dude. He's got moxie. I don't know exactly what moxie is, but he got it.
So apparently he fucking like led the nation in passing yards in college last year. Won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm, like best quarterback in the nation. I think he finished like top 4 in the Heisman voting last year. And he
know-
goes in the 6th round.
You know how quarterbacks fall, and I was actually with you on Lamar Jackson. I think if you are like it's weird for quarterbacks because I think if you are a white guy who scrambles, we're so blown away
You're Josh
that
Allen.
that it really shoots you up a draft board.
Yeah.
If you're a black guy who scrambles, we're like, oh, that's probably all we can do. I think that's a bias.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Maybe, though, it's also just being country drops you. Because this guy, if he really led the nation in passing, he shouldn't drop to the 6th round. He's a white guy.
I mean, does this
But-
guy look like someone who aced the Wonderlic test?
That's
Probably
true.
not.
No.
Probably fucking not.
No, but neither Philip Rivers doesn't sound like a guy who aced a Wonderlic. Philip Rivers sounds country too.
This is true. This is
But-
true. It's the mustache.
There's something that drops country people too. I think there's a perception of like if you sound country, we think you're dumb, and so we're like, yeah, he's probably not going to be a good
He might be
quarterback.
dumb. Yeah, he might be a little dumb.
They talk slow, they think fast. I know this. I grew up there. Now
That's your type of people. I like rednecks for sheer entertainment value.
they're the best.
They are fucking. They always have like some fucked up saying, like some fucked up catchphrase that makes sense to nobody but them.
But it makes sense.
But
though.
it's fucking. I love rednecks, bro.
Bro,
I wish I had a good example of one right now.
Son, one of my friends in college, a white dude, grew up on a farm, and we used to just go to the farm.
Yeah.
First of all, his mom could throw down. Second of all, his pops had like an M16. Like, this was a fucking redneck. And it was the best, man.
Yeah.
Mom was super funny, talking shit about everybody in the church. Like, it was exactly what you picture it to be, and they were the greatest people. They were great. I love rednecks, man. Farmers. He was like, yo, we can make some extra money this summer. And I was like, doing what? He was like, throwing hay bales. And I was like, okay.
Hay bales?
You got that. Yeah.
What's hay bales?
Those big ass, like, when you see the movies, they got the hay stack.
Okay.
I think that's the hay bale. And then you could throw it onto a truck, and then I don't know what the fuck they use it for. This is some country stuff. They, like, take it from place to place. And you make, like, 30 cents a hay bale or something like that. But then you throw, like, 200-300 in a day. These are huge, dude.
Yeah.
These guys
they don't
I'm
look
gonna tell you, if there's a civil war, North not gonna win. Like, not about slavery. Take slavery and race out of the equation. If it's just a fight, North versus South, South gonna beat our ass, dog. They got a lot of these people.
Well, they got their guns.
However strong you think the motherfucker doing pull-ups in Central Park is on the corner of 125th and
I know exactly who you're talking about too.
Yeah.
He ain't handling this guy. It's 1,000 of these guys ready.
Oh, for sure. That's why the Northeast doesn't produce any good football players.
Yeah.
Like, when has New York or New Jersey
point.
maybe, but like no city like New York, Boston, none of that shit produce like great football players at all. They don't have great high schools for football. Like, they don't have none of that shit.
Best football players? Florida, Texas, California, Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Florida. You said Florida, right?
Florida, probably. Florida, Texas, Cali, probably 1, 2, 3, I think. And then Ohio, Pennsylvania's up there, probably 4. But I don't know if that's exact. But
most of the people that are good in Jersey come from like Pennsylvania.
and every one of those states got farms. Even Cali, Northern Cali got farms.
Yeah.
These guys are strong,
They're
dog.
fucking country strong,
Oxen.
motherfucking man. They're blue collar. They're blue collar solid. Like, they get what's the soil of the earth or whatever the fuck the phrase is called. Like, they do the fucking shit. I don't know.
Salt of the earth?
Salt of the earth.
There you
Goddamn.
go.
Thank you. I forgot you're
all
from
good.
fucking Dallas.
I
Goddamn.
grew up, Dallas was urban, but you meet some country folks, man.
God damn it.
There's like farm areas around.
Yeah,
there.
we're getting washed in Civil War 2. The sequel. Are we? They got all the guns. We're like doing the marching rounds. Like, oh, you can take our guns. They're fighting for that shit. Like, you ain't taking them out, motherfucking.
Oh, they're ready, dog. Yeah, we're collecting sneakers to run from the people with the guns.
What they need to do, man, if I ran Supreme, I would have a Supreme gun shop down there. I would hipsterify firearms. Like, I would turn that shit into rare collectibles. I would slap a fucking Supreme sticker on an AR-15.
That's how you would convert the liberals to maybe being pro-gun.
There you go. There you go. Make that shit a collector's item. Resell that shit for $9 million. Oof. Yeah, that'll be good money, goddammit. What are we talking about?
Yeah, country folks. Yeah, so Gardner Minshew. I just like the guy. I don't.
Did you
really
see
know
Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson?
That's what I was going to ask you about. I saw highlights. I did not get to see any games. I was traveling all day yesterday.
Saw a lot of that.
We'll talk a bit about the tour after, but
that was the only game I wanted to watch. I was playing with my dog, playing with my new dog this weekend.
That's right. What kind of dog did you get?
Oh, I got she's a German Shepherd mixed with a Belgian Malinois. So her mom's really white, like a.
Oh, you got a bitch.
Yeah, I got a girl. Yeah.
Okay.
So one is
See,
the mom's really white. No, dad's really white. Mom's like German Shepherd.
Your dream.
Fuck you. God damn it. But nah, she's cool, man. She's real obedient and shit. Like, she's peeing on her pad and, learning real fast.
She got the pee pad? She's mad tiny right now?
Yeah, she's like yay big.
They're going to grow so fast.
8 weeks old, man.
She can get big as shit soon.
Hell yeah. Fuck.
You're not going to know what's happening.
I like it. I mean, I'm getting out the city, so she'll have shit to run around in.
I can't wait until you get better at taking pictures of your dog.
Hey, there she goes. Her name's Risha.
I can barely see her. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, what a black ass name you gave her, Risha.
Risha, like Risha. Do you love me? Are you riding? No.
She's super cute though.
Yeah, she's adorable, man. She's friendly as shit. She's got nibbles. She's doing the nibble phase right now.
Yeah.
Little tiny teeth. What kind of dog you have again? I remember you brought her here.
Maltipoo.
A Maltipoo.
Maltese poodle, 6 pounds, raw steel sex appeal. That is happy.
That motherfucker is not growing.
No, that's it. It's a wrap. He's 6 pounds unless he gets fat.
The more I thought about it, the more I wish I did it though.
What, the small dog?
Yeah, get a small dog.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. My girl wanted a Yorkie, and that was where I was like, "That's too far. I'll get a small dog, but I gotta think he's cute, and I find Yorkies ugly."
Yeah.
But I'm actually. It's just not like we travel with him, and like we can just put him under the seat or keep him with us or whatever. Big dog, which I wanted. as much as I travel,
Yeah.
you can't you
I hear
can't do
you.
it.
Well, she's the runt of the litter though. So like,
She's still gonna be big, bro.
Yeah, I saw her mom.
You home a lot. You don't realize you can be home a lot, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You can be home a lot, or your girl's gonna be home a lot, and you're gonna be traveling. And she's gonna be silently resenting you. I don't know anything about that.
Oh no, she
That's
barely
not an
likes
experience
me.
I'm currently having or anything. But
I bet.
Hey.
But I'm not gonna pull the Andrew here. We're just gonna steer clear of that combo and keep it right on this dog.
thank you.
Like she barely likes me. Like she's all over my girl though.
Because your girl's fantastic. Let me tell you something about Kaz's girl. This is why I know she's the fucking just the best person.
She's the shit.
We did a Flagrant 2 watch party. Kaz goes and gets, and I was like, I told my girl like, look, I won't be paying much attention to you, so.
Wait, did you leave her at home?
I felt bad. I got in trouble, and then all you guys brought your girls, and I got in trouble for that. And nobody fucking told me we were all bringing our girls. And
Well,
then
we were stepping out.
I thought I was doing her a
clearly.
favor because I was like, you're not gonna know anybody. And then it turns out all of you brought your fucking girls.
So that
and
would
no
have
one
been a
told me.
That would have been a great time for all of them to fucking meet, and you fucking
You could
blew
have
it.
done that to Alex. His girl was white. Like she wouldn't have tripped. My girl not white. I had to deal with this.
God damn, I'm sorry about that.
Maybe you
bro.
invited to the next one.
Yeah, it's all. Matter of fact, yeah. Go ahead, continue. What were you saying?
Kaz's girl at the time was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Kaz ignores his girl the entire night. He checks on her for the first 30 minutes. He's really very super dad. Like and nobody bring liquor around her. Everybody keep this girl safe. I don't want any liquor around my girl. Then he leaves his girl and gets drunk. He don't want liquor around his girl, so he just walks away from her. Gets fucking thawed.
I was
Tossed. My man was
at the
tossed.
fucking Flagrant 2 party. God damn it!
And
Y'all
then-
remember the fucking karaoke section at the end of the night?
And there's an upstairs and a downstairs. She upstairs. He downstairs the whole party.
So she's just watching him the whole time.
She just watching her man get drunk while she pregnant
And we had a show the next day.
Yeah, we did.
and didn't trip. And that's when I said,
That's
this is
privilege.
the greatest woman of color.
I got a good one. way to curb your what you wanted to say. I respect.
I won't do that to your girl,
Yeah,
but
I won't do it,
that's when I
Andrew.
was like, yo,
We
I
respect our
never
girlfriends here,
seen
Andrew. Just kidding, buddy.
I never seen a brown woman be cool with that kind of thing.
I mean, to her credit, before we got there, she's like, listen, don't feel like you need to babysit me. I know there's going to be people there. Like, just go and have fun. I'm not going to trip you out of here. And to her credit, like, most women say that shit, and it's bullshit. That's
Yeah,
why I
that's
like
what
it.
I said. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, whoa.
Most women say and that's bullshit.
That's
and
a
like
test.
I've passed the test multiple times where it's like, oh yeah, no, she really meant that. Like, she was like, nah, go back downstairs, have fun. I'm here with, Chanel and other people. Like, we're good. We're chilling. I'm all right, great. Cool. So, nah, she's great. She loves the dog. The dog loves her. I'm just kind of the guy who buys the shit. And hey, pal.
What up, Benson?
What's up,
I'm not
Benson?
going to yell at
What's
you
going
for
on,
interrupting the podcast because you're
Yeah,
Indian.
it's all
What's
good.
up,
We're
yo?
just recording. It's fine, buddy.
What brings you in here today? Okay,
Pick up a
word.
tripod. Go ahead, Chief.
Tripod, dog.
Luckily-
Stay Indian. Stay brown. Respect, man.
God damn.
How's your family? Good. Good to know.
Good for you.
He doesn't
That was
want to
such an
talk to you.
Indian-
Tell them I
Akaash.
said Namaskar.
Uh,
You know what that shit means.
yeah, he
boy.
said what?
What?
Come
No?
on, son. That's a more respectful way to say it. More
He's about to
formal way
slap
to say
you.
it.
Like you're a westernized Hindi.
Yeah,
Westernized
he
Indian?
Long Island, man. They don't like any kind of color out in Long Island.
I get it, bro.
They be
I
really
get it,
judging
man. I'm Nigerian, but I'm not that Nigerian. You know what I mean?
Who's that? Who's more Nigerian, you or Wale?
Oof.
Who Cass said he was going to bring
I
on the
think we're both the
podcast.
same. Well, Wale was supposed to be here. He had to do some shit for Pandora
you
or
not
whatever.
do that?
He got the #1 single in the country right now. Like that shit happened today.
Hey.
So we had
Oh, shit.
Yeah, on show went #1 on Urban.
with Jeremiah or whatever, right? I just heard it
Yeah,
on my Pandora on the way here.
Yeah, so he was supposed to come through, but we'll try and make some. He's here all week, so I'll try and
Tell him to come
finagle him
through.
for Patreon
yeah,
or some
bro.
shit. So
Tell
we'll
him to
make it
come
happen.
through. We got the hyenas coming to Patreon. That's gonna be
that'd be a
wild,
good
yo.
one. People were mad that they weren't on this one on this past.
Well,
one for some
I
reason.
had to let them because last time you and Andrew were both gone like a year ago. I had
Yeah.
them both on a podcast.
I remember that.
before we started Patreon. But I was like, I see how this could go, and I'm excited to know where it will go with Patreon. I'm
yeah.
very excited
Hell
for those
yeah.
two on Patreon.
Those are two of my favorite guests here, man. Like if there was like an extended hosts or extended family of the podcast,
They're my
like
go-tos.
horrible decisions would have one wing, and then History Hyenas will have like the other wing. It's just like
Yeah, I just don't really want women hosting.
I knew it. I saw his face.
Yo,
I was like, he does not want it.
you really don't fuck with them, bro.
I fuck with you talking
You don't
about them.
fuck
I
with- you
fuck
don't
with them hard,
You
dog.
fuck with Weezy.
Yo, Mandy dope too, man. Weezy, I know better because she came through more.
Yeah, did the
Mandy was a
show.
little combative when she came through, but I still love her. Like I get it. You know what I mean?
Mandy
I had
was
crazy
hot at-
love. I had crazy love for horrible decisions. Don't
Do
get
you?
that twisted. I'm just
Do
saying
you?
I don't want a woman hosting our sports podcast.
Why not?
That feels a little cuckish.
Mandy's has sports experience.
Yeah, she has sports.
She
experience.
has sports experience in a very peripheral fashion.
But it's true though. I mean, like she'd be
She has penetrated the sports world in a very specific way. In a very specific way. That if she wanted to talk about, by all means do so. I would love to be here.
I would love to have Mandy on the show one day. She was hot at us this weekend too.
Why? Because that hysterical ass
Tekashi.
tweet.
Oh,
Somebody
shit.
tweeted, and can you pull up that tweet, please? I hope you can find it. There's a
man.
tweet.
Well, she replied it with today, so I guess if you go down her timeline, it'll be there. But
There's a tweet. You know, I don't even know who all Tekashi is snitching on. Everybody's saying he's snitching on everybody.
snitching on a lot of motherfuckers. Everybody who doesn't know is motherfucking Tekashi 6ix9ine, who, lo and behold, like we talked about, we liked his music. We thought it was cool. We fuck with him. Snitched on a lot of people, and
But didn't they try to fuck him up or something?
Yeah, it's like, bro, he got kidnapped and he got fucking extorted, and they like try to like harm his baby mom.
By his
all
own
this other
people?
shit. Yeah, like
Well,
motherfucker.
then you guys snitched on him.
To be
If
honest,
you betrayed me, why would I not betray you back?
exactly.
What loyalty do I have to people who just betrayed me?
And on top of that, my thing is like, yo, you knew this motherfucker isn't like one of y'all.
Yo,
Like,
this
you
is
try to
crazy.
So here's the Blackout Podcast, who are patrons, by the way, so shouts.
Shout out
Shouts
to
to
the
them.
Blackout Podcast.
They tweeted a news article from blackoutpodcastnews.com. Report, 6ix9ine testifies that Alex Media, in fact, did smash Manny from the Horrible Decisions podcast.
Yo,
And
the
the
picture,
picture
picture is
Alex
amazing.
so
The picture is
funny,
amazing.
bruh.
Like that's no doubt the best part of it.
And then-
Oh my god! So Mandy didn't like that too much, and
Ugh.
you know, damn, I don't want no more Mandy smoke. You remember that when she got on IG Live? You were there for it?
No.
Were you here?
No.
I missed the whole episode where y'all did
Whoa.
the prank. So
My
Mandy,
God.
and that's
Oh,
why
I-
Mandy and I get along well. I'm just saying, I'm not going to let a woman host a sports podcast of ours.
Oof.
Take that shit to FS1 or whatever these PC-ass networks. That ain't us, bruh.
Listen, if there's anybody who was flagrant enough to do this podcast, it's probably her.
That's
is true.
true.
It's
She
probably
can
her.
do
That's
it.
very true.
She can do it with a man.
So you don't trust her by herself.
It's not about trust, dog. It just feels too
It don't
cuckish.
feel good.
It just feels too cuckish. Like,
get
oh,
it.
hey, look, we're gone, so we got women.
I mean,
No, I double down on that shit. We get more men. And for every woman we bring on this podcast, we should have 4 men.
Yeah, you really are gay, yo.
I'm not gay, dog. I'm sexist. It's a big difference.
Gay and
I'm
sexist.
selectively sexist. I don't listen. Doris Burke is great at what she does.
Fuck with Doris Burke.
Great. Jeff ain't got any better. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You think Doris Burke is better than Jeff Van Gundy?
If I'm watching for like,
Oh, yeah. If
broadcasting?
I'm watching 4, get out of here.
what you mean?
Get
All right,
outta
so who's
here.
more entertaining?
Jeff Van
Okay, Jeff
Gundy.
Van Gundy's mad fucking entertaining. I get that, but like, so just as broadcast professionals, I fuck with Doris Burke.
Sure.
Fuck with her.
She's not better than Jeff Van Gundy. That's all. He's the A team. There's a reason he's on the A
He
team.
is the A team. Him and Mark Jackson.
He's the A
I
guy.
get it.
He's the Charles Barkley of ESPN.
Fuck. Damn. Didn't they like not? There was some shit about her not doing the finals or something. They had her like in the studio instead of like commentating whatever. There was a big fucking uproar. Like,
Her
oh
and
my
Van
God,
Gundy together would be great.
I would watch it. I'd watch
Mandy
it.
and a dude. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's talk about Daniel Jones, because we got mad New Yorkers listening to this
Oh
podcast.
man.
Well, don't say geez. You make me look like the asshole. I'm
I mean,
saying
you are an asshole.
I'm
There's
so
nothing wrong with
tired
it.
of being the asshole for just saying what everybody is thinking deep
You
down.
just
I mean,
said.
I don't know if
you
I'm
started
saying
the
that.
episode.
If I said, hey, we're not here this week, we're going to have horrible decisions fill in for us, you don't think people will be like, are you fucking crazy? Women doing Flagrant too? They
I
won't
think it
say
would be a
it,
nice
but
change
that
of
part
pace.
deep down, that's that fucking PC.
I
I still
know.
want a job after this cast.
No.
I
There's
don't
a
give a fuck about jobs after this. I don't don't give a fuck about
So,
SNL, yo.
You don't think about
I'm here,
SNL.
bruh.
You don't think motherfuckers would listen to a podcast?
I'm here for this.
Y'all think motherfuckers listen to a podcast with
Yes,
your
they
girl,
would. It's called
my
Horrible
girl,
Decisions.
and Andrew's girl?
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
fun.
no,
That'd
that'd
be
be-
fun.
that's what I'm saying.
But we
Like,
have to
that's
be there
changing
'cause
base.
I can't just have my girl out here talking about my weak ass dick game publicly without me to guide the
Like,
discussion.
this is the first time I think we're all in relationships. Like, if if there had to be an all-female episode,
Nah, it wouldn't just be them though.
I mean, we'd be here
Let me
like
tell you something, man.
You'd be here
I
chaperoning. We
remember
wouldn't just
doing-
let them
I remember doing
fly
Wildin'
all
Out.
willy-nilly.
I remember doing Wildin' Out, and this is a little different, but the point is essentially the same. I remember doing Wildin' Out. The Wildin' Out girls always like wanted to like get involved.
Yeah.
So Nick did what a good socially conscious host would do, and he said, "Listen, Wildin' Out girls, I'm not gonna record this, but you go out there and you do a game, sing a song, do whatever you want, any game you want. You play it, and if it's good, we'll put you on the episode." I don't know if that second part is true, but I'm gonna give him that credit. The women went out there, and when I tell you, it is the biggest bomb I've ever seen in Wildin' Out. And we be
Was that
bombing.
actual
I'm
crowd,
bombing
too?
Wildin' Out. Everybody bombs in Wildin' Out. It was every single one of them bombing in front of the audience who wants to fuck them.
Do you remember which women it were?
All of them. All of them.
Okay.
From season 5 or 6, whichever.
Okay.
All of them went out there, and all of them were so bad. It was uncomfortable to watch, and then it got so uncomfortable that people had to boo because they didn't know what to do with the discomfort. It was like coming out of them. Like,
So there was an actual studio audience for this. It
yeah,
wasn't just.
Wild 'N Out's always in front of a live audience,
Yeah.
always, and the audience will fucking tell you what's up.
Yes.
It's funny or it's not. If it's not, they're gonna
I've
let
been
you
to
know.
I've been to a Wild 'N Out taping before, and it's a lot longer than what it seems on TV. They truncate a lot of shit because some things just some things
it's not
break.
crazy. It's like an
Yeah.
hour and a half, and
Yeah.
they edit out. They keep good stuff. Sometimes they put bad stuff in because that makes an episode good.
Yeah.
Because you can't just have everybody getting bells. That'd be whack.
Yeah.
So you got to include. But like this was so bad, you couldn't even do a game of them getting buzzed because it was so bad. It's not even funny. Like it's literally, people have it's so bad. It's not even funny. It was so bad you couldn't even find the funny in it on a show where bombing is half the fun of the show.
Bombing is fun. I love a good bomb.
Not this kind of
I
bomb.
love a good
I've
bomb.
seen many bombs and I've been a part of many bombs and I have caused many bombs. And I have bombed so hard that people behind me have bombed. I be Chernobyling out this bitch. Like motherfuckers behind me feel the effects of the bomb.
Second and third generations.
And
Your
this
children's
was
children like, yeah.
on par with my biggest bomb ever.
If you were part of Akaash's bomb 20 years ago, you might need you might
might
have
need
a
help.
lawsuit on your hands.
Bruh, you might need help.
Jesus
Go see a
Christ.
specialist.
Oh my god.
What was your biggest bomb ever?
Oh, I have so many. I talked about some Righteous and Ratchet. Shouts to Doughboy and Kev on stage.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love Righteous
shout
and
out to that
Ratchet.
podcast.
I was so
saw
happy
that,
I saw
man.
that.
Hell yeah.
I literally texted you. I was like, "Yo, this is the best thing I've seen this whole
Hell
night."
That was
yeah.
my guy from Wild 'N Out. That's been
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
And I talked about this in the podcast. Our whole friendship was he used to make brown jokes to me, and I used to make fat jokes to him. And my favorite one is I told him he looked like a partially inflated air mattress.
Yo, that was so good. The visual of it was amazing.
I also said he looked like, when a restaurant takes out the trash and they got that really big ass trash bag and stuff. That's Doughboy's upper body. And the knot on the top is his head. I used to always just try to come up with new things. I told him he looked like the Snapchat ghost when his upper body. It was always so fun. But
Yo, I love. First of all, before you get into that, I love the relationship between comedians. How there's never just I saw him and we're cool. And it always comes from like a place of just mean shit, and it's like who could say the meanest shit
to
to each
us,
other?
it's not even.
It's not
mean.
mean.
It's funny overtakes mean to the
Yeah.
point that if it's really funny, it's not mean at all.
Exactly. It's almost complimentary.
Bro, that's again Andrew and me when we first started hanging out. I knew this is what I was saying earlier. I knew he wasn't racist because his Indian jokes would be shit I hadn't heard before.
Exactly.
And it would be funny enough that it didn't feel mean at all.
Exactly. That's
So-
the same, literally the same way I got cool with him. Whereas like so many people, you remember the alt-right Andy
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
and
yeah.
all that shit. I'm like, dog, like if you listen to what he's saying, clearly he's not racist.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nobody racist makes those type of jokes. It's
Yeah.
thinking man's jokes.
But yeah, so then I finally did Righteous and Ratchet, and I don't remember what point I was trying to get at. But anyway, shouts to them. We had fun. I was
You're
trying to get at
talking
some point
about,
I
bombing.
made. Oh, they asked me my
Yes.
worst
Yes.
bomb, and I left out so many. Because when I bombed, I have been pulled off stage. Probably, I said 3 on the pod on Righteous and Ratchet. I think there's a 4th time I can't remember.
Yeah.
Where it's like, people were like, "Yo, you." People who ran the show like came up on stage and were like, "Yo, you got to stop." It's enough. Okay, that's
No,
enough.
please.
That's enough. And I would just have to hand the mic to the guy. and then sulk off stage in everybody hosts talk about a walk of shame. You don't know a walk of shame.
God damn it.
Trying to live your dream and failing so miserably that people are like, yo, wake up.
Just give me the
dream
mic.
is over.
Just give me the fucking mic.
Give me the microphone. It's done.
You see,
that's a walk of shame, dog.
Bombing back in the day, though, like when they used to like bring out the hooks, like put the hook
Oh,
around
I
your
took
neck.
an L in a little. Wasn't in the hood, but because it was gentrifying, but in Harlem at Mocha on 125th. And
Oh, I know where
8th,
Mocha's at. Okay, yeah.
like 116th.
Uh-huh.
Man, I took a fucking bomb, boy. It was like Bill Burr, Philadelphia, but I wasn't funny.
Damn. Did
You
they
know what I
throw
mean?
tomatoes?
You ever seen Bill Burr, Philadelphia? It's a beautiful thing. They're just bombing everybody on this show. Bill Burr goes out. It's an Opie and Anthony show in Philadelphia. This is like 2006, probably 2007. Goes out on stage. And I think he wrote a blog about it that I read way back. And like 30 seconds in, he's kind of in his head, and then he fucks up a little bit of a joke, and they just start booing.
Oh, gosh.
And so he's just like, fuck it, and he digs in, and then he just rails against the city of Philadelphia for 15 minutes, his entire set. And he is bringing up smart shit, like going at their football teams, talking about how they're all racist, bald fucks, and like you guys built a statue of Rocky. Meanwhile,
Not even
Joe
real.
Louis is from there, but he's black and you can't handle it. So you built a statue of this 5-foot midget fucking Italian. All funny stuff.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. And then as he's doing it, he's like, I'm up here for 10 more minutes. And then as he kills, say more shit about Philly. And the Phillies suck. And the Eagles suck. Never going to win a Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. 8 more minutes of this shit. 5 more minutes of this shit. And then at the end of it, he catches a standing ovation.
Oh, gosh.
And it deserves a standing ovation. It's the most epic thing I may have ever seen in comedy. I did that, but wasn't funny. I just bombed.
There was no standing ovation.
And I was like, 6 more minutes. And then it would be unfunny stuff for 6 more minutes. And I didn't get to finish the 6 minutes because shouts
like,
to Smokey
this is
Suarez.
stupid.
Smokey's the fucking man, and I don't blame him at all for this because I was not ready to toot. I would go there and like, if you're going to the hood room and you're not polished, you better bring polished shit.
Yeah.
And I used to go there and I would like, the
Freestyle.
first few times I went, I would crush.
Okay.
And I talked about this on the podcast, and Smokey came up to me one time and whispered the show was kind of like teetering, and then I came up and I just went bang. And then he goes, I can always count on you to hit a home run. And then literally
Wait, whose voice is that?
Smokey Suarez,
Okay.
funniest fucking comic, man.
Okay.
Loved all the love in the world of Smokey. And then after that, every time one of his shows, about 3 shows a week for a year and a half, probably I bombed. I mean, I just bombed. It was a big fucking adjustment. And now I learned how to handle
How
it.
do you get over that, man? Because like that's usually, not my worst fear, but like, back when Palooza wasn't Palooza yet, my biggest fear is like, okay, this is gonna be the one that flops. This is gonna be the one that nobody.
I still feel that with ticket sales now as I'm going on this tour.
There's always that anxiety of like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
people are people actually gonna show up to this shit?
Yeah, and then there's been a big like there was another podcast you weren't on
God,
where Andrew and I
thanks.
think you were there, and Andrew just yelled at me for like 30 minutes about like, you're funny. Like, I don't bring you on the road because I like you. Stop that. Get out of your fucking head. That was actually really helpful because
Wait, what? I don't get that.
Andrew basically was just like, I don't have enough confidence, essentially. And Andrew was like, get over this thing that you're not funny. You're funny. I bring you on the road because you're funny, not because you're my friend. I don't like you that much.
Yeah.
So fucking have some confidence, man.
Yeah.
And that was actually cool to hear because I would take these bombs in these rooms and these kinds of things will fuck with you.
Take it personally.
You take it personally and talking about like nobody's going to come. I remember a year ago, an agent said, I can't rep him. He's too green, which means like he's not polished as a comedian. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? I've been doing this 11 years. In reality, they probably just thought I was too offensive or whatever. They couldn't say that, so they said something. But that kind of stuff, that voice,
Sticks with you.
and you have to fight that voice constantly in any dream you pursue. And I think comedy more so than most because it's immediate feedback all the time. You have to really fight that insecure voice from growing. Because there's 2 voices, I think, in all people. The I'm great voice and the I ain't shit voice. And
your I ain't shit voice.
the I ain't shit voice will build. And then the I'm great voice, for me, is always so stubborn that it just won't quit. It's like, nah, we'll get there. Just figure it out. And I was probably, this is 2008 when I moved to New York. And then I started comedy in LA. And LA is a very... Not that there's not real comics out there, but if you want to play the game, it's tough to really say things you want to say.
very industry.
Flagrant 2 isn't going to be as easy to do in LA
It's very
as it was in
industry.
New York.
Like you can't,
And there's
it's clicky.
you're just surrounded by industry, so you're cognizant of it.
Yeah.
And the people that are making it are all industry making it. It's not like in New York, there's club guys that we can all look up to that are doing 8 spots a night and making rent, and you're like, oh, that guy.
Okay.
LA has 3 clubs that pay you money that you can realistically hit. So like a club guy is not making money.
Yeah.
So if you're like a really funny club comedian, which Bill Burr was in New York 10 years, 12 years ago, you would look up to Bill Burr like, this guy's in New York doing 12 spots a night. He makes a living. He's a great comic. LA, if you're a great comic, you've already filmed specials or whatever. It's just a different vibe. I don't know, but
You don't go there to make it. You go there when you've already made it.
yeah, that's
Got
what
it.
everybody told me too. You go
Okay.
to New York to get good. You go to LA to get famous.
Okay.
And in LA, I was doing a thing that was like, I would have these cute little jokes, and then I would kind of squeeze what I wanted to say into the joke. And then in New York, I made a very painful transition of, okay, now I'm going to say what I want to say and make that funny.
Okay.
And that's a big-ass adjustment, bro.
Yeah,
And
I
I was doing it
mean-
in hood rooms where they weren't always going to like what I had to say, and I would try out new stuff. Like, I wouldn't take polished material because I couldn't get up everywhere. And that was the darkest year and a half of my life, probably, including the year I went broke.
I was about to say, was that happening during the podcast or was it way before that?
By the time the podcast rolled around, I think now with more of these 1-hour shows, I'm really kind of finding my voice.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
I've
But
seen
back
it.
then, it was
I've
like,
seen it, dog. Like I've seen you live before. Like I've seen you open up for Andrew, and just even like seeing like the Instagram clips, like seeing that get shared and seeing those IGTVs
Yeah.
get a lot of views. It's like, oh yeah, nah, he's like really coming into his own as like and I'm sure the tour is helping.
and
I'm sure
I feel
doing
like
the
it's like
podcast
the
is
last 15% or whatever that's happening now, hopefully. But like
Yeah.
before, I mean, 8 years ago, I was not funny. You're just not funny. You don't know how to be funny. It's crazy. You can be funny in
skill.
conversation, but funny with no stimulus, just me and a microphone, whole different thing.
Yeah.
And trying to be funny the way we like to try to be funny is a dangerous, it's a high risk thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was bombing nonstop, and that does fuck with you. But I am literally just too stubborn to quit. That's all I've ever had in my life. Is I'm too. You will not make me quit. I'm just so fucking stubborn.
Got it.
And that's it. That's the only real quality I think God gave me in sense of like this is what's helped me get this far. Is
So
I
you don't
just
think like
refuse to quit.
you don't think like things like this podcast and the Chappelle shit and the Burr shit, like you don't think that's helping as well?
Oh,
as
it's
far
helping.
as like people are not so much cancel culture and people just the fact that comedians are brave enough to say shit. Like I just want to hear what you got to say. Like I'm not looking to listen to comedians to be offended. I just want to hear what you got to say. Like if somebody's if I'm getting referred to somebody because Andrew tells me Sebastian Maniscalco or whatever
Yeah.
is like really funny.
So funny.
And he's a guy that I will only listen to because a guy like Andrew
Yeah.
swears by him.
Yeah.
So he's really funny. So I go and I'm just like, he's all right. He's got the Italian
You're a very
jokes,
good
whatever.
comedy fan that you are okay with the offensive stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
even mean like in the sense of being funny. I just mean like comedy is a skill that is not. So you
Yeah.
have to learn how to master the skill.
It's the only form of entertainment where it's like the skill varies. Like if you're a singer, you sing. If you can write good songs, you
Yeah.
write. If you can act, you act. Comedy is like sometimes it's just
So
not funny today.
I do think Flagrant 2 is an incredibly important podcast. I think what Andrew's doing on stage, what I'm about to do on stage, all this shit is important. Chappelle is incredibly important because a
Yeah.
mainstream guy doing it
Yeah.
solidifies everything.
Yes.
And now it makes everybody be like, oh, yes.
Yes.
That's-
Finally,
that might
somebody
have
is
been,
doing this.
Chappelle and Burr back to back might have been the tipping point of. We might
Listen.
look back at that and be like, oh, that's when it started to tip back the other way.
And you know what? I feel like right now, and clearly I'm not I'm just a fan of just a big fan of stand-up comedy. And just seeing that happen back to back, it feels really good to kind of be on that right side of history and just being like, yeah, you motherfuckers were wilding out. You
Yeah.
motherfuckers were like being a little bit too fucking tight ass. Like
Yeah.
it took these two titans to come out here, drop this shit on people, and nobody fucking died. Nobody's head rolled off because Chappelle said some trans jokes and shit. Like nobody's fucking lost their job or got canceled or shit. It was just some fucking jokes, and there was enough people to be like, "Yo, if you don't like this shit, bro, you turned it on. It's Netflix, it's HBO, it's streaming." Like,
There's
dog,
thousands of shitty shows for you
there's
to watch
so
on Netflix.
much shit you can watch and be entertained by. Like,
Son,
these
there is a show about a tall bitch on Netflix. It's
Tall
literally called Tall. It's literally called Tall Bitch.
I saw the trailer. I'm like, I'm absolutely not.
And my girl was like, "No, you don't know how hard it is." I was like, "What? To look like a fucking model?"
Oh my god.
It's so hard for tall, white, blonde women.
I just
Wow.
couldn't. I'm just Anyway,
Go fucking post up somewhere.
this stuff all helps now, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying in the sense of early comedy, doing these hood shows and bombing and whatever.
Oh yeah, you got to take your licks.
And
You
now
gotta
when
take
I
your
bomb,
licks.
it's not like I was in Portland, and I think we sold a bunch of tickets the last week. So I don't know if it was YouTube clips or what. It wasn't that many Flagrant fans.
Yeah.
There was some that came out, and I appreciated that, and I hung out with
Okay.
them after the show.
Okay.
Getting better at that. But I did some jokes about genders and all that shit, and like they told me after the show.
Portland's very progressive.
I had a lot of people after the show, way more than I thought. Be like, yo, that was so funny. Not that joke, but they're like, I had such a great time, blah, blah, blah. And then in my mind, I was like, but those two jokes, you guys were really noticeably quiet because they weren't brave enough to laugh. But the point is, I was, thanks to being buoyed by like the asshole army and realizing there's people that fuck with this, I was in there comfy and like I was like, hey, you guys don't want to laugh, that's fine. And it's not as funny yet to where you have to laugh, and that's on me, and I'll get there. But like now I'm confident enough to be like, hey guys, that's fine. You can not laugh. We'll be okay.
Yeah, and shout out to the people that pay ads here.
Yeah, because a lot of them,
because we need them shits too.
And well, a lot of them we know, like, hey, this is what this is going to be.
Yeah.
You got to be cool with that. A lot of the people who advertise with us, we are very upfront with, like, you have to be okay with this. And
you
if you're
know
not,
the content on this podcast, and these big brands are like, we know, and we're super comfortable with it. All right, so shout out to 2K and shout out to
My Bookie. Game-winning touchdowns on 2-minute drives, running backs racing down the sidelines with no one to stop them. There is nothing like the NFL. You guys know it's the best season. NFL is here, and there's no better way to make games even more exciting than to bet on them. So if you're going to bet this football season for real, do the smart thing and go to mybookie.ag, where your betting is just as important as who you're betting on, and mybookie.ag is the best in the business. It's the only one I've heard of. No one gives you more ways to win than they do. MyBookie's got the fastest payouts and better lines than any other sports book. So if you're the kind of person that likes to bet a little and win a lot, try a parlay. If all your picks come through, you will multiply your winnings, and no matter how you bet, the NFL season is still the best time of the year.
Damn
NFL
right.
season, NBA season rolling around. So do a smart thing and join now, and MyBookie will double your first deposit.
Speaking of football season.
I'm not done. That's great.
Oh, shit.
If
My
I get
bad.
$100 deposit, I get $200 to play with.
Yeah.
If I have $500, It's the best offer in
It's
sports.
almost like free money.
To activate the offer, you use promo code Flagrant. That is promo code FLAGRANT. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid.
I love it. I love to fucking hear it, goddammit. Speaking of football, we were going to get into some Daniel Jones shit before we turn it to comedy, but let's talk about it because it seems like outside of AB and Jalen Ramsey trade shit, some motherfucking Daniel Jones came out and stole the fucking
I'm
show
so upset
yesterday,
about
man.
this.
Why are you so upset?
Because I'm a Cowboy fan. I grew up in Dallas,
Yeah.
and I don't like anybody in the NFC East having a good quarterback. And I think this guy might be good.
Yo, he's fucking good,
Bro, he was letting it fly.
First play, the fact that they let him throw in the first play, I'm like, oh, no, they fuck with him. They know he's good.
Mobile, and he don't look as skinny as Carson Wentz. It looks like he can take more punishment. He's tall. He's athletic. Got an arm.
Yeah.
Got like confidence. Game winning. 4th and 5. Touchdown.
Run it in.
Run
it in. Like, that's the stuff like legends are made of, bro. Like, your first fucking start, you get booed in New York City. You're replacing what a future Hall of Famer, legend, depending, whatever you think about Eli Manning, you're
He's a Hall of
replacing
Famer.
the
First
best
ballot.
quarterback they've ever had. You come in, your team's winless. You lose your best player, Saquon Barkley, out for 8 weeks. You come in, and that offense that couldn't do shit for the first, 2 games, 3 games, looks fucking electric. Yeah, that's the NFL. You can't play that. Yeah, we can't fuck with the NFL.
Yeah.
That offense that couldn't do shit, the offensive line who was a fucking shell of its former self, looks fucking electric.
Shouts to Brian, my homie Brian Gwinner. Who
Shout out
I mentioned
Brian,
on the
man.
podcast.
Love that dude.
He hit me up. He said, Pat Shurmur finally got somebody who can run his offense. And that's, I think, the most accurate assessment of this. Eli can't do what
Eli
Daniel
can't
Jones
run.
can.
He's got
Daniel
lead in
Jones
his ass.
Can do what Pat Shurmur wants to do. He can get out there and he can scramble. He can roll out. He can he can sling the ball down the field.
Danny Dimes.
Bruh,
Such an appropriate nickname because he was putting that shit on
the only comfort is he has ball security issues as a Cowboy fan. Fumbled twice, lost 2 fumbles. That's a lot in one game.
That is a lot.
Hopefully that continues. I mean this. As a Cowboy fan, I hope that continues because he looks good. And then when there's game film, you never know what's going to change. But, that's an impressive first outing, dog.
I mean,
that's
dog,
impressive.
He didn't make no bad throws. Didn't see him forcing it. Didn't see him rattled. Fucking took what the defense gave him. Didn't overthink it. Let the shit fly when it's time to let it fly. Made Sterling Shepard look fucking good. Granted, it was his first game back. I think got an injury, so Eli didn't have Sterling Shepard, but got him back. They're gonna get fucking Golden Tate back in a couple of weeks. Barkley will be back in about 4 to 8 weeks. Listen, If Daniel Jones, I mean, shit, who else is out there? Kyler Murray didn't look that great against Kyle Allen. Against the Carolina Panthers, who Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen balled out, dog.
There's a
A&M
controversy
boy,
over
Texas
there.
boy. Yo.
Another one.
And he wasn't that good at Texas A&M. Him and Kyler Murray played together, and neither one of them really get on the field. And this guy, 4 touchdown passes, slinging it around. I was shocked.
Dog, it's like a young quarterback fucking revolution right now.
Yeah,
You know
I think
what
they're
mean?
making it, the rules are making it easier to throw, but also coordinators are just finding creative ways to open up the offense.
Yeah.
And I think Dak has gotten better, but part of the reason the Cowboys are so much better is the play calling. It's just like they're moving people around more, which moves like defenders out of the box.
Yes,
And it just opens everything up, the play calling. Misdirection, play action here, do this, do that. And offensive coordinators are figuring it out, and defensive coordinators haven't caught up yet.
Nah.
So
And honestly, I don't even think they can. Like, the way the rules are set up, you can challenge pass interference calls now. Like, all this shit is geared to make these quarterbacks look amazing, and they all have. There was one play during the Chiefs and Ravens game where fucking Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if we could find the video, but we can probably show it anyway.
Can't.
Patrick Mahomes fucking fakes an end around to 2 fucking wide receivers.
I saw that.
And the defense just opens up like the red fucking sea. And these are the Ravens defense. Like Earl Thomas, fucking just great fucking defenders.
Number 1 defense in the league last year, and then added Earl Thomas.
Oh my gosh. And he just splits them so much. It's like they're playing street football out there. He hides the ball, comes up, hits fucking, I think, Kelsey wide open in the middle. And God, there's just so many really fun young quarterbacks. And now New York's got one, apparently, in Daniel Jones. Granted, it's the first game.
It's a fun time to be a football fan.
Yeah, man.
It's a fun time to be a
It's a
football
rough
fan.
time to protest the NFL right
I'm
now.
telling you, man.
Not gonna hold you, man. Like, if this is the year like the protests happen, I'm like, Giants got a good
The
quarterback.
protest
bro.
is still supposed to be happening, Kaz. Nobody cares. Because the NFL is too fun right now.
It's really fucking fun. Like, I think every game, every 1 o'clock game was like came down like to the last quarter or the last drive or something.
I mean, I even saw blowouts, but they were still like high-scoring, entertaining blowouts. The
Yeah.
Patriots blew out. Who did they play? The
The
Jets.
Jets.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, your
everybody knew
Jets.
that shit was gonna suck.
Yeah, but they still put up 30-something. Cowboys put up 30-something. Like, it's an exciting time. What most of us like offense. I can appreciate a defensive game every once in a while, but I'm not a football expert enough to love a
come
defensive
to
battle
see
consistently.
Motherfuckers throw that shit.
And it's exciting.
Fucking Lamar Jackson shaking motherfuckers out of their ankles.
Bruh, that
Like
touchdown
Mike-
run he
oh
had
my
on
God,
it was a bootleg.
Yeah.
And he decided to keep it, and then he jukes. I don't know which defender it was on the Chiefs, but he juked him so hard. It was Mike Vick like.
Yeah.
Then spun off of him.
And walked it in.
And walked in the end
He
zone.
didn't juke him and burst it. Like, he shook the dude so bad. He was on his knees and just fucking walked it in afterwards. I've never seen no shit like that. And I've never seen an opposing team be so complimentary of a quarterback that they just beat. They were like, yeah, we won, but like, that motherfucker's the truth. Like, Mahomes and Jackson, same division. They might see. I called this in the beginning of the year because we didn't have a football preview this year, but I tweeted this out. I said the Ravens are winning the AFC. I said Lamar Jackson.
I remember you saying that, and I didn't put. I was like, they have a chance, but I didn't put a ton of stock into it. But they might, yo.
I said
Lamar
that
is
motherfucker
nice.
Lamar Jackson is taking a leap this year. I mean, he's only that was only the second game he's lost. The only games he's lost in his career were to the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs twice. Those are the only games this motherfucker has lost. He's 8-2, I think, or 9-2, or some shit. And the people that told him he should play running back and wide receiver, I hope they sit on a bag of baby dicks right fucking now, dog. Because who didn't see this coming in Louisville?
I don't listen. I'm not.
Who didn't see this?
I'm not the guy who says racism. I'm just not typically that guy. But something about that was a little bit like,
Dog,
are y'all crazy,
that's
man?
what I'm saying. Yo,
Are y'all crazy? He drops.
just won the Heisman as a quarterback. Not on no Tebow shit. Not on like he's just gonna will his team and like it's University of Florida who's already got like 1 million All-Americans on the team. He made Louisville look like they should be in the college football championship.
And you
the college
know
football
who
playoff.
else called it? And this is why I knew he was gonna be legit.
Who?
The GOAT, the actual GOAT.
OJ?
No. Tom Brady.
Yes.
Tom
yes.
Brady had an IG comment on some post about Lamar Jackson, basically saying this kid is good.
My gosh.
I don't remember
they
what he said.
almost drafted him.
I couldn't believe they didn't.
They almost drafted. I mean, I think the Ravens took him before then, but like
I thought
he
they
was
passed
working
on him.
out with the Patriots and shit like that.
Thought they passed on him and the Ravens got him in the early second. I'm not positive.
I think Ravens. I think he was a first round pick.
Can you look up the draft order, Lamar Jackson?
I'm pretty sure Lamar
please?
Jackson was a first round pick, but like the Ravens Patriots worked him out. I think there's probably some, that's one of my new favorite things, by the way, when people go to like the draft combines and they wear like the shirt of the team who didn't like draft them or whatever. So I think somewhere on the internet there's like a Lamar Jackson Patriots jersey on or something. But that dude, I haven't bought a football jersey in a long time. I'm buying a Lamar Jackson jersey.
Really?
I'm buying a Lamar Jackson jersey.
Is that real?
It's that real.
Over Mahomes.
I have a man crush on Lamar Jackson.
Over Mahomes.
Over Mahomes. Mahomes seems kind of, he's a little too.
He goofy.
He's a little too skim milk for me, bro.
He is skim milk.
He's a little too skim milk.
He's very
for me,
skim
man.
milk.
Like it's like his dad's black, he white, mama white. I get
You like
it.
a dark skin.
Yeah,
Like a
bro.
Full blood.
Full nigga. Lamar Jack, like there's
Full
no
what,
confusing
Akaash?
that dude. Where'd he go?
What was it, Akaash?
You don't want no fucking mud blood.
Yeah. Fucking Patriots. They took Sonny Michel over him.
Yeah,
Right-
Patriots.
right after,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the next pick, the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, Ravens, man. What's his name? Ozzie Smith, I think, is their GM.
Ozzie Newsome?
Ozzie Newsome, I think, is a baseball player. I think Ozzie Smith is the GM. But anyway, he's
I think I got that the other way around.
Is it?
Ozzie Smith is the baseball player. Ozzie Newsome is the
Son, I don't know black people.
motherfucker. How you know he black?
Ozzy?
Niggas are just named Ozzy. You're right.
Actually, no. Now you're right, because Ozzy
I'm
Osbourne
gonna get
is
you to
white.
say the N-word this episode.
Yo, nah, never.
Let's get it.
Actually, before we get back into whatever we close this out with, we should talk about Mack Weldon.
Yes.
Mack Weldon sent us a box of stuff.
Ooh, I rocked some Mack Weldon a couple days ago. So comfortable.
So comfortable. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essentials brand that believes in smart design and premium fabrics, and they're way better than what you're wearing right now. Take it from me, because I have a pair of Mack Weldons and a pair of other shit, and the other shit is other shit. Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping.
Yeah.
I got just a white tee.
Yeah.
Just a good-looking white tee.
Which is hard to come by sometimes.
Hard to
man.
come by.
I had to give up on like cotton shirts and like the shit you get in the pack or whatever. A nice, good fabric white tee that's gonna last. It's not gonna turn in the washing machine. It's gonna be nice and fabricy and breathable. I love it.
Most comfortable shirt I've ever had in my life. They also sent underwear, most comfortable underwear, socks, undershirts, hoodies, sweatpants that you will ever wear. They have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means they eliminate odor, which means if you got some stanky ass balls, ladies, I know everyone you complains about the smell of your man's balls because you don't understand they just smell. So buy your dude some of these, and I promise it won't be as bad. They want you to be comfortable at Mack Weldon. So if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep it, and they will still refund you. We be giving people offers, bro. We don't just give you no bullshit ass offers.
That's facts.
I'll give you a pair of drawers, and I'm so confident you'll buy another one. I'll give you a refund if you don't like these.
Look at that.
Hit up Mack Weldon.
Not
man.
only is Mack Weldon's underwear and socks and shirts look good, they perform well too. It's good for working out, going to work, going on dates, and everyday life. I love Mack Weldon. Kaz loves Mack Weldon. They didn't give a fuck about Ed because we didn't tell them to, so they didn't send us.
Right.
So if you want a discount on your first order, you get 20% off if you visit MackWeldon.com and enter the promo code Flagrant. That's MackWeldon.com. Promo code Flagrant for 20% off your first order.
Love to hear it.
Shout out to Mack Weldon, bro.
Shout out to Mack Weldon, goddammit. All right, so what were we talking about before? We were talking about
We talk about Lamar Jackson, how you want to blow him.
Yes, I do. I have a man crush on Lamar Jackson, man. Like, there's just something about like I love. First off, I love black quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a while.
No.
Really?
You don't
You
say.
didn't know? It took me a while to even get off the Cam Newton trend. I'm like, no, they're just being racist.
Son, me too, bro.
I'm like,
I'll huge. Yo, hashtag me
fuck
too.
with Cam.
Hashtag me too. I was a big Cam Newton fan.
I fucks with Cam, bro. But
I think
was
this
like,
year I'm finally done.
It took me a while to be like, all right, maybe
You know
he's-
what,
maybe
man?
he's ass.
I don't think he's been the same since that Super Bowl. Something mentally fucked him up after that.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of guys. Like, if you watch, there was some study about like Super Bowl losing quarterbacks where like they usually have like their worst season ever, like after.
Yeah,
that
but
was-
he doesn't seem to have recovered, period.
Yeah.
And I remember everybody's giving him a hard time, and I thought it was bullshit because he was like
He
being
didn't
very
die
sore.
for the fumble.
That, and he was being a very sore loser afterward. He wasn't like
walked off in the press conference.
Yeah,
and
but
shit.
I was like, of course, man, I like
just
that.
lost the biggest
And
game
I
of his
still
life.
defended him.
You kidding me? Yeah.
But then he started dressing dumber and dumber, and he started playing worse and worse. And if you're gonna dress like a fucking retard, at least
better
play.
fucking win.
Yeah,
You
but
better fucking
he's
win.
not winning. He wasn't playing. Maybe he's just hurt. But then Kyle Allen comes in and throws 4 TDs like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing.
And
he did not. He wasn't really highly touted coming out of college either. Like when you're like the backup quarterback for a guy that they're not even really looking towards like the backup yet.
How many more weeks does Kyle Allen have to play well before you start shopping Cam Newton quietly?
Well, apparently Cam's gonna be out for a while. So if Kyle Allen's balling for the next,
I don't know what the diagnosis is. I thought I heard 6 weeks, but maybe that's somebody else.
yeah, like Cam's gonna be out for a while. So like if he keeps them afloat, and mind you, that division could go either way. You know what I mean? Like Breeze is out with the Saints, but Saints will still be pretty good. Falcons are the Falcons. They'll find ways to be average as hell. The Panthers, you know, Kyle Allen won. They did all right. And I don't even know who's the fourth team. The Bucks.
Oh, yeah, the NFC South sucks. It's going to be the Saints.
Yeah,
Saints
anybody.
are still going to win it, even with Drew Brees hurt, because everybody else sucks. Yeah. Unless Kyle Allen is that good. Then Carolina has a chance to do it, but everybody else is trash in the division.
I can see that.
So I still think the Saints are going to win.
I mean, do you shop Cam? Like, what does Cam get you in this market?
Yo, Cam will get you something. Quarterbacks are still a big deal. I don't care. And an offensive mind that feels like he could unlock Cam, maybe have him run less, throw a little more, protect his body. You'll give up a first for Cam, and I don't think you'll think twice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think with him, they treated him so much like a running back. It's almost like he's deteriorating like a running back.
That's a good way of putting it.
Where it's like he's taken so many fucking hits and he's ran so many fucking quarterback draws and he's gotten hit and he's never really learned to become a great slider. He's always fell forward.
Idiotic.
You know what I mean?
And he's scrambling. And my big fear with Lamar, do not take contact, bro.
Yeah.
It'll get you a few touchdowns to keep running and stay upright. It'll extend your career by 4 years if you go out of bounds.
He gets out of bounds pretty good right now.
Okay.
But if he starts taking those
Because I saw some of these, like that touchdown, ill-ass move, but I was also like, you could go out of bounds, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the spin move works so well, because he was so close to the baseline.
Fair.
He probably thinks he's going to go out of bounds. He steps one way, spins him, and spins this dude out of his boots, and walks into the end zone. So
you heard it here first. Cam Newton going to get traded. I got a baby bladder, Kaz. See how many times you can say the N-word while I'm gone.
Well, this nigga about
And
to go pee.
do you have any sports opinions?
Get in here, motherfucker.
Yeah, let's put Hector on the front run.
Well, so we were talking about our guy Hector today. He says he's Dominican. He looks Jewish.
I'm Dominican fully.
All right, name 5 Dominican things right now. Go.
Plátano.
1.
Goo. That's the same thing.
Salami. That's not the same thing, goddamn
It's
it.
just the way it's different remake.
So you don't pull up a picture of Anderson Varejao right now, so motherfuckers know who I'm talking about, because I figure our audience is very young sometimes, and he looks like LeBron James's best offensive rebounder during the Cleveland Cavaliers. I actually have that same shirt, Donkey Kong, Super Mario. Yeah, got that H&M. Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Oh, when'd you go to Comic-Con? I really don't care, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, bro.
I was really trying to give you. And there he goes. Yes.
The curly-haired freak.
Oh man, Hector. Hector's your name? Felix? Sanchez? Close.
Hector. Sanchez.
Fucking with you, man.
I recently just resaw the video when he got dunked on.
Yeah, about Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
They show that video every week.
That's
That's
just
so
fire,
fucked up,
though.
man. Imagine being in that. Like, I feel bad for the motherfuckers who have that, like, forever fucking highlight on them. Like, they got Craig Elo always getting Jade over Jordan. Byron Russell getting his ankles broke. Fucking Jason Terry getting thrown on by LeBron James. And this guy right here. Is there anything I remember about him?
Actually, Jason Terry is my favorite.
I was a big Jason Terry fan, bro.
Didn't they get a foul for that or a tag for that?
Oh nah, I think he got a tech. Was it when he was on the Heat and it was like the pass?
No, that was really fast.
James. Well, I had to let people know who the fuck he looked like. So.
Yo, part of me was like, we should have let Eden sit in because nobody knows what he looks like. And
Nobody knows what it looks like?
Then I started chuckling because, Eden, after we called him fat as turkey for like an hour and a half, he suddenly started posting a lot of pictures of himself on Instagram.
Yeah, that's right.
He did.
I like
seen
cute
it.
ass
Just so
pictures
y'all
of
know.
himself.
I seen it. He had like the Sears photographer taking pictures of him, getting the stock photos.
I went to glamour shots and got the whole.
Shout out,
You
yeah.
got the illest package.
Oh,
the
man.
traveling package.
Got
That's
the
right.
Napoleon Dynamite glamour shots going on. Sexy guy though.
Yo,
Shout out to
Kaz,
that
you
guy.
want to talk about Calvin Johnson?
Oh yeah, man.
I don't know anything about this. You're gonna have to
So
explain it all
Calvin
to me.
Johnson had a great story on Sports Illustrated about Detroit Lions, terrible franchise, had 2 all universe talents retire before their prime because they're a shit organization. And he basically talked about how after every game since the NFL and Detroit Lions was to pump him with like opioids and shit and so many of these pills, he said no, and he would smoke weed literally after every game to avoid those pills. And he was getting so much pain, all that shit. Eventually, he retired. I am anybody who knows me, I'm a big advocate for cannabis and marijuana, and think it's
the nicest, most poetic way to say you're a big pothead.
I'm not even a big pothead like that, but like I know a lot of pot. Like, do I smoke weed? Yes, but I wouldn't call myself a pothead. I know tons of potheads, and there's just so many. There's been so many fucking benefits to this shit that it's limitless. Like, a lot of people know, what's happened with me and my girlfriend, and she had to go through a lot of pain after that. But they prescribed a bunch of pills for her to take to get over that type of shit, and I was like, nah, I don't want her taking any pills. It's like, is this just for pain management? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, so keep the shit. And we just smoked weed.
You in Jersey? It's finna be legal in Jersey.
Yeah,
Jersey gonna be kind of lit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move my girl back into New York, but like,
nah.
Part of me thinks I'm fucking up.
Stay.
Because I don't even smoke weed, but like,
I'm about to invest though.
I'm so Indian, I want to invest in it.
I'm about to invest in some shit.
I want to do that, and I don't know how that's happening, Kaz. I don't know if I trust your black ass business partners. I don't want to end up like fucking Adrian Peterson, but I want to invest in somehow.
Nah, man, like it's
Jersey,
gonna be
legal gambling, legal weed. This shit is like Amsterdam. Jersey is Amsterdam, son.
Shit's finna be like a gold rush in Jersey in the next year or two, though. Like, they already said, I'm already seeing billboards of this shit. Like, if you drive
be honest with you though, I bought my first CBD with THC.
Really?
Whoa.
You got high?
3% THC.
Was it a pen or?
It was 18 to 1 or whatever. So it was like very little CBD. So the way somebody explained it to me, because I told him, I was like, yo, CBD don't help. I have crazy insomnia, and I thought maybe this could help me sleep. And he was like, you can't do pure CBD because some pothead shit. The only thing potheads read is pot stuff. Like, can you? Maybe if you read other science, you would do something with it.
They turn into fucking Einstein when it comes to any other weed. You ask anything else, like, oh, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But what he said is you need some THC to for the CBD to be effective.
Yes.
Like pure cannabis CBD or whatever.
Right. Pure CBD does nothing unless like you rub it on you. It's almost like a fucking ointment. Like, if it's almost like
smoking it doesn't do anything.
I mean, not really. I mean, if you like the sensation of smoking it, I mean, for me it does nothing. But if I have like a cream, like if I like pull a muscle or some shit, it helps.
Like for pain and stuff, that's where it works out. But if you're trying to get any sort of like psychedelic from it,
I just want to sleep, yo.
Oh, I mean, there's better ways you could do that than CBD on.
Yeah.
Melatonin ain't doing it for me.
I used to take a lot of melatonin when I was doing WWE, when I needed to sleep on the flight or else I wasn't gonna get no fucking sleep. I would pop like 2 gummies and shit. And,
right, exactly. So they do actually have like CBD infused with that as well. So maybe that would probably help you out.
Yeah, definitely.
My point is, I took it and I didn't feel nothing.
Well, I'm gonna get you high one day.
I'm gonna smoke weed when I'm probably 60.
What, 60?
Why 60?
Because I feel like I'm gonna have accomplished enough, and then my kids will be out of the house.
You might accomplish more if you smoke some.
Not me. Nah, I know me. I'm a guy that goes all in on shit.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with alcohol. I think alcohol's like horrible.
Yeah.
Weed, I'm like, yo, I think potheads are annoying.
Yeah.
But I don't find a problem with weed.
I've definitely drank a lot less. Like, I'm not crazy about alcohol. I'm trying to get my shit together clearly because I was fat as fuck. I'm brilliant idiots. This shit.
Damn, y'all really fucked him up, huh?
I mean,
he fixed his life, dog. You shame him into drinking less and losing weight and getting a trainer. Where you at, you fucking turkey?
You can't body shame me like that, bro.
I know, that's the problem.
That's actually an issue.
Keep fucking clucking in here every week.
Yeah, see, shit. This is why flagrancy helps, bro. Like, some people speak fluent flagrancy. I know it comes from a good place
of love.
When you're like, yo, you look like you ate a lot of Popeye's chicken sandwiches while you were home.
Eddie don't understand shit unless you gobble it at him.
Nah, but like, yo, man, like, if you need help sleeping, like, they have these things called docet pens as well, where they're very concentrated. They don't get you terribly high, and you could get exactly what you want. So one will say sleep, one will say like pain, one will say bliss or whatever. I used to take those sleep pens. They're disposable. You take like 1 or 2 hits of that shit, and you good. You'll be good.
Or maybe edibles.
Just try some, yo.
Edibles would probably.
I did. I tried it. I felt nothing.
You gave him like 2 milligrams, and that's
edibles, man. Edibles are a slippery slope.
Yeah, I don't want to get high, dog. I don't.
Like
That's not for me.
You don't need a body
Not
high.
yet.
Like it's like edibles will give you a nice body high, but you know.
It's
low
already
weed
getting too
pen-
much. It's already getting too tough. Like
Why?
body
Try to help
high,
you.
psychedelic. It's just like, bruh,
Try to
I just
help
want
you,
to
bruh.
sleep. The whole point of sleep is that I
Yes.
don't have to think so fucking
All
much.
right, if you ever do smoke weed,
Maybe that's why you get better sleep, because you put so much goddamn thought into what kind of weed you're smoking that
Yes.
your brain is like, I'm tired. Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if, you
low-key.
get,
Fuck.
if you get you a nice indica,
Right.
indica will get you nice and sleepy. There's two
Oh, I know.
specific
Indica,
types of weed.
sativa. Don't
Yes.
hit me with this dissertation
Yes.
of weed. Son.
Come
Can I
on.
just talk to a pothead without getting all the insider
I'm
info?
not a pothead. I'm just trying to help you sleep, motherfuckers. I care about you.
We talk about sports twice a week for hours on end, and we get less technical about football than we just got for 30 seconds.
That's
a week.
so true.
We were just talking about end around reverses and fake and all. This is probably the most sports we've talked in a long time.
It is for sure.
So-
and we never got this technical.
I'm gonna get you a
Well,
dose
there's
of
four basic formations of a passing play. We didn't do that. 4 minutes we talk weed.
I'm gonna get you a dosapam, bro. One of these days, I'm gonna get you some indica, get you some weed. Just try it one time. If it doesn't help you sleep better,
So you wanted to talk about Calvin Johnson, was just you want to say weed is great?
no, I'm
Just
just
a
saying like
propaganda
it's
piece for
helped.
you?
I had personal stories where it's like, you know, instead of taking anything for like pain medication where you develop a dependence on it,
How
where
shitty are the lines that even your drug testing sucks? You even lose at drug testing. Like, you have it in your hands, this guy should be positive every week, and then you fuck that up.
I mean, I forgot when Spencer Pazinger was here when he came and did the episode.
Yeah.
We talked about how like if you get busted for weed in the NFL, like they wanted you out. It's like long ahead of time. They know exactly how to be the weed test. You know exactly when you're getting it. Like if you go down for weed in the NFL, they wanted you gone. Like it's such
They
a slap
wanted you
on the-
gone, or you wanted to be out?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Like if you know this shit's coming, they tell you like, hey,
Well, how do
We're
they
gonna-
want you out if they give you so much warning?
For weed?
for the weed. No, I mean it's like, say, like you said before with Miko Grimes, they're talking about, hey man, like if they want to, draw some shit out of you, make your value go down a little bit more, you're like, hey, this guy smokes a shit ton of weed, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or he gets tested for whatever.
But then, but if they warn you before the test, how do they make up that you failed the test?
No, they don't make it up. They'll
then-
just not tell you when you're about to get tested one day.
So they'll stop doing that.
Yeah, they'll stop giving you the heads up. Like if they want to keep you in there and be like, hey, if I were you, I would take, some of these things, or take a pissinator, or just, in 3 or 4 weeks at this date, at this time, we're going to test you for weed. You know what I'm saying? You get ample enough time to beat that test, but
Well, I wonder who could be so undisciplined. Potheads, maybe. I don't know.
Get too high that you
shout out
forget.
Josh Gordon, man. He played good this week, so that's probably the biggest pothead there is.
He's sober now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
He had to get sober.
good for him.
My man had issues.
It wasn't just weed he was doing though. He was doing other shit.
He was a drunk. He
He
was
was
getting
a-
drunk before games.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yo,
Rough on him.
if you were that good drunk though, that's crazy.
Bro, you should get two. You should get 2 trophies.
That's insane.
Like Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps won gold medals as a weed head. Like the amount of breath control and oxygen
Yeah,
you
That's a
gotta
good
hold
point, dog.
while your lungs are hitting so much weed. Like he needs like 10 more medals.
That's a
At
good
least.
point. That's how he started winning. The second and third Olympics where he dominated, that's just, I just stopped smoking weed.
Yeah, it's like I was doing all this shit with like a half a lung. Now watch, motherfucker.
God damn.
Um,
Where we at with it, man?
we could talk basketball. The LeBron 16s came out. Can I say something? LeBron's shoes look the fucking same every year. Have we not talked about this? Kobe, I like LeBron better than Kobe. I'm
Yeah.
a big LeBron over Kobe guy.
Yeah.
Kobe went from an ultra high top shoe to the first basketball low top.
Yeah.
His shoes look wildly different every year.
I give
Jordan,
Kobe his props.
From the 11 to the 12 to the 13 to the 14 to the whatever ugly ass shoes came after that, all look different.
Where do you stop
The
on your
Jordan 1 looks nothing like, probably 12.
12.
12.
I like that.
A lot
Certain 13s.
the He Got Game
can't get away
13s
with it.
look hot
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
Denzel made them look dope. But that's it. That's
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that pair of 13s, but I
Yeah.
can't do any other colorway.
It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, like for me, I don't like ones. I don't like dunks.
I
I don't
love
like
ones, bro.
I don't like
like ones?
slim. Yeah, my feet are too big. That's why I like LeBron's, because LeBron's like big feet. Big
It's
feet
always the same, like high top with like a foam exterior and the same air bubble around the exact same part of the foot. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it or something. But it's also something to be said for like, and they're dope. Like that's hot.
They look good.
The tongue looks dope, but it's just it's essentially the same shoe every year. Can you pull up like a LeBron 9?
Yeah.
And how different do they really fucking look?
Let's find out.
I think the big thing.
Oh,
with
I mean, well, actually,
I think the
There's
big thing with
any,
LeBron
like, any
sneakers
whatever,
is that like they only look good on LeBron. Like I don't think it's.
oh yeah.
They only look.
This don't look. This is LeBron 10, I guess. LeBron 10 don't look that different than LeBron 16.
Actually,
Does that
fuck
look
with
like
those
6
LeBrons.
years have passed on a shoe?
Looked like it came out last week.
It's a Honda Civic, man. Because every year it's the same
Same
basic
general.
fucking car.
The 9s, yeah, definitely look different though.
They look a
Oh,
little
man.
different. A little bit.
But these are fire though.
And compared to these,
It's Civics, yo. They just slightly modify them.
before large.
Every once in a while they come out. Every 3 years they come out with a redesigned model. Civics.
I'll fuck with these though. Not these. Not the
Look at a
nines.
Jordan 1 and then a Jordan 2.
oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's
And look at a
Noticeably
Jordan
different.
11 and a Jordan 12. Or no, Jordan 11 and Jordan 13 even.
Noticeably different.
Jordan 1, look at that. That's a dope dunk. Jordan 2, ugliest fucking boot you've ever seen in your life.
yeah, it's just fucking garbage. God damn.
I think these are the only pair of Jordans I've never had or
No,
wanted
no,
to
no.
have. Jordan 3s.
Jordan 11.
Start catching the wave.
These are my
Yeah.
favorite Jordans ever, probably.
nice
Oh, yeah.
Concord.
Nothing like it.
Those go with everything.
Jordan 12.
Jordan 12s.
Look
Beautiful.
how different that
nice
looks.
and simple.
That's a completely different shoe.
Those toes are nice.
I'm a fan of the 5s also. I'm a big Jordan 5 guy.
Jordan 4 and 5 look very different.
Yeah. Jordan 4s and 5s and 6s were kind of similar. But I like the 5s a lot. Like the 6s a lot. Kobe gets a lot of props for being like the first low top basketball
man.
guy, so I give him that. Even like I like KD's a lot too.
KDs are
Not
nice.
recently, but like he let them on pearls. Like the KD 9s have been really good. The ones that came out last year were pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Trust.
I've been all about these Kyrie 5s.
Kyrie's probably got the best.
Kyrie's are hot.
Yeah, Kyrie's probably got the best signature.
That SpongeBob
Kyrie's
line he
the-
came out with?
Kyrie's got to be the worst player with the best shoe.
No doubt.
Oh come on, with the best.
I don't know, yo. These are, I mean, I haven't.
Those
He hasn't come out with a whack
Those
pair.
just-
He hasn't come out. Yeah.
those Just Do It's are so fucking hot, bro.
Those are hard. The Friends, those are Friends ones or not?
Nah, the friends
Nah.
are up.
Friends are hard too,
These are
right there.
Yo.
Come on, son.
Those
That's
are
just
so
fire.
ill, dog.
And then he just came out with that whole SpongeBob shit.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out to all
got the
SpongeBob
Mr.
fans.
Krabs ones, the red joints.
I got the fucking SpongeBob's on right now.
Those are the hardest ones. The yellow, the ones you got on your feet.
fucking
Those are the
awesome.
hardest ones. I got those red ones on the bottom left.
Son, I'm gay.
Wow.
You got to get out ahead of it sometimes. That's a veteran move. That's a veteran move. That's savvy of you.
Good job, my man. Good job.
Oh, God.
But yeah, LeBron's all right. I'll wear them because I got big ass feet, so they look all right on me.
Go with that big ass dick.
Yes, sir.
My man said an inch. His shorts go an inch below his dick.
Before his dick.
What kind of long? And you're not wearing short shorts, son.
They were short. The ones I wore brilliant they were like up past the thigh a little bit.
Oh
They
yeah,
were pretty
okay,
short.
yeah.
You're not gonna see that episode the same anymore, huh?
All right, yeah, sure thing. I get you. No, yeah, now I'm with you.
no,
Okay,
no.
now it's the same. Now it's the same. Now I get it. Now I know what you mean.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love it. Anyway, man, what else we got here, man?
Man, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been coming out to the Big Daisy Energy
Yes,
Tour.
sir. Can't wait for that.
We
man.
do have a few more shows. We'll keep adding more. The ones this year, I'm going to tell you guys, the 2020 shows, I'm going to give you a little bit of time for. But October 11th, we are in Minneapolis at Sisyphus Brewing. I believe the shows are 7 and 9:30. October 12th, we are in Detroit at, I believe it's called the Secret Comedy Club. The tickets are on November 9th. The American Comedy Club in San Diego. We're doing the full weekend there, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tickets are available on my website, akaashsingh.com. That's AKAASHSINGH.com. And thank you to everybody who came out last week, man. We did L.A., sold out, and that shit was a vibe, bro. The asshole
yeah.
love was crazy.
Hell
like,
yeah, bro.
most love I've gotten in any city, most assholes thrown up in any city. It was crazy. Rami Youssef from the TV show Rami, who's like,
Yes.
I got so much love for this dude. I got so much love for that show. I think it's one of the best shows on TV.
From
And-
Robot, right?
no, for the show Rami. You be getting,
Oh shit, I'm not
you-
saying
you
Indian
getting-
guy.
you getting-
Is that racist? Is that racist?
another. And
My
Rami's
bad.
not Indian either. He's Egyptian. He's
sounded-
fucking up hard
it
right now.
sounded
But he
Indian.
African. You
Stuff,
fucking up.
He is?
He African.
Damn,
He,
I had to pretend I knew who it was.
Bruh.
Well, it sounded like I've heard the name
If
before.
you haven't watched the show, this is actually, I don't know if I've actually plugged it on the podcast, but this show, Rami, just Ramy, it's I thought Louis, whenever I would watch Louis, maybe it's just because I'm not a white dude, but I was always like, I see what you're trying to do, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't think you hit it. Rami, and maybe it's because I'm a brown guy and I get some of the struggles, but I was like, I see what you're trying to do, and you fucking did that, boy. You stuck the landing. This kid is super talented, super funny.
I saw his HBO special that was really fucking funny. You're
so
right.
goddamn funny. Got all the love in the world for this guy. He came through, blessed the stage, did a guest set. Sold out, hot as fuck. Portland, again, we thought ticket sales were going to be kind of weak, to be honest, afterward. I think we sold like 20 the week before, and then all of a sudden my YouTube numbers started jumping.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm at like 8 or 9 videos now have 100,000 views on YouTube.
Hey.
That shit, boy.
But then all of a sudden we sold, I think we had like 100 tickets sold in Portland out of like 120 or something like that.
That's dope.
That could possibly, like the most you could get in there. So that was hot. There was some asshole love there. I hung out with some assholes after. I was so fucking impressed by some of these kids, man. Our fans are not dumb kids.
I love it.
Dude, this guy was 26. Shouts to Thurman, man. I was so impressed. He was just talking about, like, he read I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which is a finance book I've recommended.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that was a great book. He reads all these financial books. He's 26. He's trying to start, like, he's got his own business. He works in real estate. He's in the military. Like, he's got investment properties. And he's just like, that's what my dream is for the assholes, because I really love y'all and y'all help me so much. It's
Same.
like, if I can pass any of the wisdom I gained from losing everything almost and then building it back up and now saying, oh, I got to do this better, I hope y'all can learn from my mistakes, because y'all got me out of that hole. So if I could save you from getting into it, great. I hope I helped him at all, but he already was smart. But just like, I'm so impressed with it, and I really do want to build a community and like try to impart some financial wisdom and tell you guys books you could check out or podcasts to check out or like ways to do things you can do with your money. And just shouts, man. So much love on this tour. Go to the Big Daisy Energy Tour. Come through. We're coming to your city soon. We're gonna keep adding shows.
Get them tickets, man. I ain't got nothing to plug except we're doing Duce Palooza for DC, Howard Homecoming. Shout out to everybody over there. Go to DucePalooza.com. Get those
You're
tickets.
doing Howard Homecoming?
Yeah, that's one of our biggest shows every year. Yeah, that was probably that was the show that popped us off, like, for real. The first time. Like 6-7 years ago, we had Pusha T and Wale come surprise and do a set.
Howard Homecoming is
yeah, that's like Black Mecca, man. Like, it's crazy. So shout out to everybody.
I want to
The
go.
excitement in
you never
Akash's
know?
face is
You've
incredible.
No, I've never been, man.
Shit,
I want to go to
you know
Black
what?
Mecca.
Let me get the
It's way more lit than real Mecca.
this October 12th.
Colored people
at
Mecca.
the Echo Stage. Make sure you get your tickets on DucePalooza.com. DC, we're coming for you. For
What's the
Howard Homecoming.
website again?
DucePalooza.com. At the Echo Stage, October 12th, 2019. Shout out to everybody who came last week. Obviously, I left early last week. I went to go host a really dope panel, and everybody knows I'm a huge fucking Knicks fan.
Oh, you know what else is a really dope panel, Cass?
What?
Flagrant 2. It's a really dope panel. You should check it out sometime.
I asked if we could do the recording a little earlier. They're like, no, it has to be at 5. Anyway, shout out to everybody who came. Do a lot of assholes pulled up as well. That people I didn't even know were assholes, like actual sports media folks with credentials from like ESPN and NBC and all this shit.
Anybody famous?
I don't know if you know if they're famous, but like, you know where they work for. So, shout out to them. And, shout out to RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Walt Clyde Frazier.
Did you ask any of them why their
basketball.
networks suck?
Oh my!
Listen,
God.
motherfucker, goddamn.
Right,
Let me get my shout outs out. God damn it.
You didn't say who it was. No, I'm saying anonymous people suck. You guys are such pussies. It's
How am I
unbelievable.
pussies? How
You
am I
named 5
pussy?
possible networks. I said they suck. It's a 20% chance it's one of the networks
You
you
just
named.
said they were fans.
I said they show love.
I don't say they suck.
They show love, man.
I used to work for Verizon Wireless. Do you think I got defensive if somebody said Verizon Wireless sucked?
But you know what it is though? I think they look at us and they look at me with the same kind of like pride of like, yo, I wish I had the freedom that you have. Like, yeah, I work for this big shit, but like, I can't go in here and talk about fucking, tranny porn and then basketball. Like, the freedom that y'all have is just so fucking admirable, and y'all like built it within
Oh, bro,
the community
I got
of
shadow
sports
banned again.
and
I'm
shit.
sorry I interrupted.
You know,
That's
I
selfish
tried-
of me, but
I tried to look it up.
I told you I saw it coming, and then for the first day or two, I was fine. But I got shadow banned again. I'm almost positive.
Oh, shit.
My girl had me do a very smart thing like a month ago. She was like, keep track of your Instagram followers. It'll just come in handy. So every time it goes up by 100, I write down the date and the time.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I was getting like 300 followers a day, which is great and cool. And it's not a brag at all. It's not monumental, but it's really cool for me. But then both times I said I was shadow banned, all of a sudden it just dropped. So I went up. So I was going up 300 a day as of Friday. Saturday I went up 100, and then I haven't gone up. It is now Monday. I haven't gone up a single 100 since then. And then you check your notifications every time you open it up. There's normally like 50, 40, whatever. Now it's like 3. It's like 2.
Wow.
Ed, did you try to search my name?
Yeah, I did actually earlier.
Didn't pop
It
up.
didn't come up.
Shadow bans, dog. They really be doing this. Once they report a post, somebody reported our tranny porn post. Took a few days, and then all of a sudden, and then you can keep track of your profile visits. Mine have already dropped by like 2,000-3,000.
clocking the looks,
Which is probably
man.
the most trans positive post we've ever had.
It
honestly.
is so trans positive.
You just can't. I
It
guess-
disgusted me, actually, how trans positive it was. Physically disgusted me.
Jesus Christ.
Don't think just because Andrew's not here that the flagrancy has died.
Oh no, not at all. God damn
I
it.
don't give a fuck.
I give some fucks.
You
Not
guys
as much as
didn't
that.
give me shit before. You're not going to give me shit later. Edit that out.
Well, please, Instagram, stop shadow banning us. God damn it. Stop fucking editing comedy. And let these motherfuckers do what they do. God damn it.
Word.
This has been Flagrant 2. No easy buckets. Analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your soul's needs. I'm Kaz. That's Akaash. Eden's over here. Anderson Verjau's here. And
My man's name is Hector. It
Hector?
sounds so fucking stereotypical.
Hector.
It's Hector?
Hector, you gonna get us
Oh,
out,
see,
man?
that's some high class shit. He too light skinned for the H.
He's that
Get out of
Hector.
here.
Anyway, motherfucker.
Yo.
Bro, you just got here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo, don't
Yo,
pull,
stay in your
don't
fucking
pull
lane,
Hey,
Hector.
Right? Ed, tell this guy stay in his
God
fucking
damn.
lane.
Motherfucker, yo. See, you could do that now. There's somebody.
It's nice, right?
Yeah,
Feels
it feels
good,
great.
doesn't
It
it?
feels good.
Stay in your fucking lane, Hector.
You got the same name as a fucking Ghostbuster.
This has been Flagrant 2, no easy buckets. Catch y'all Friday.
God bless.